welcome back to the Bay One Entertainment Podcast,
What's up,
the
guys?
Podcast. And I am your gracious single person on camera host, Phil.
And we're your significantly less gracious duo two-shot hosts, Nick.
I like to think about us as the funnier two.
I've just
Kevin.
become so large that I have to take up the space of one whole camera.
How upsetting would it be if Phil walked into this shot and he was the same size,
exceptionally large.
No, but at your waist, you're just a normal person size. You look like a second grader's drawing. Like you're just like huge guy, little leg. Huge guy.
No,
That's honestly
I see a lot of
most
people at those
bodybuilders
at the
that
gym.
I see.
Yeah, literally what I was about to
This
say.
is why you can't skip leg day. Kids, eat your green vegetables and make
And
sure that you do those quads.
You know what?
You gotta make sure
Triple
you do that
if you're
shit.
Latino. Triple. All right.
Triple.
We get the genetics that give us the broad chest, and guess what? I don't know why, but we can run really fucking spar, and that's probably why we're all great at soccer. But the legs are just not there. All right. Don't rely on the cardio. Actually put in leg day. I don't want to see any more upside down triangles from Latinos. All right. We can do better. All right.
Can I tell you something? I watched a video that felt like borderline like phrenology. Like is that the thing I'm thinking of? Like
the race.
yeah, like race,
like
genetics and like
facial features and
facial
everything.
feature, like
is that non-critical race theory?
yeah, wildly lack of critical race theory. No, but I saw this video and he was talking about
at all.
how like there is. I shouldn't say that. He alleges that there is like actual like difference in skeletal structure and like muscle, like not bias, but like muscle allocation between different like regions of people. So like
there was a whole thing.
People who
about
are
that,
like
I remember.
indigenous to like literally what you're saying. He said the exact thing you're talking about.
We learned about
which is
that
like
in Barlow, dude.
South American, Central American indigenous have like higher upper body and like lower
genetically
body.
No, I'm not saying it's real. I'm
well,
saying that we were taught this.
So
It's
genetically, there
like
is a link
caucasoids and
between
shit.
That kind of
like,
thing. You made that
distribution
shit
I'm
up.
not making it up.
There's
bro.
an actual link between growth,
I'm not.
composition, growth factors, composition, and genetics. So it's not untrue. The phrenology and where it gets twisted is people relate that to superior race.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, like
that's
what's
the
a
whole
better
thing.
attribute?
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the thing with phrenology. That's
but
bullshit. All right, saying that you could
Mongolian,
tell
like-
based off of the nose structure who's smarter.
Yeah, that's
What?
crazy.
Well,
That is crazy.
No, it's insane.
But this same guy was like, so the inverse basically of like muscle allocation of whatever,
right.
of like Central and South American body type is like the inland Chinese and like Mongolian who have like a lot of leg muscle and less in the chest area.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but
I need to read the papers.
I want to read some like anthropological papers on that just to see like what, because I fully remember. I'm not making up that word. It was literally like
Caucasoid, really?
You've heard
I don't
the
believe
term
you.
Mongoloid before, right?
What'd you
Yeah.
what'd you call me?
I was like, you better watch it, dude.
It's the same thing. Dude, I don't agree with any of this shit. I know they're outdated terms. I'm just saying that when we were in high school, I remember having a unit on that shit where they were like, yeah, there's different skeletal structures based upon regional area. You had some of them that were like, Caucasian, the Caucasus Mountains. They called them Caucasoids, like that kind of
Oh, you're
thing.
saying, okay, Caucasoid.
Caucasoid.
Not,
yeah.
it's an S.
So I'm sorry. Did you?
I thought it was like a Z, like Megazord.
I
like
really
not
thought.
Megazord.
No, I thought you said
What,
tacozoid.
like Freakazoid or something like that. Like,
Yes, there's a
Caucasoid.
there's
Like
the
caucasoid.
caucasoids that we had, skeletons in the Caucasus Mountains, and there's the
Caucasoid.
tacozoids that we
That's
found in
all
I
South
think you should say
America.
caucasoid.
That's what I thought you were saying.
I think that's how it should be said.
That's-
Caucasoid.
That's all I'm
Caucasoid.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's it. But again, as you
Yeah,
said,
I'm sure
where
that's
it
all you're
gets-
talking about. now.
Where it gets twisted is, of course, the ideal of superiority, or again, like what is the better design.
Yeah.
The point is not that they're better. They're all diverse for a reason, and they differ regionally because the regions differ.
But they also called
What
for a
do you
different kind of like,
expect?
lifestyle and like
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 it's literally
more
what
like-
we see in
yeah.
birds with different beak shapes around
Yeah, I
the world.
mean, it's
like
survival
you're
of the
going to
fittest.
evolve. Yeah,
You
dude.
just happen to see certain traits
Yeah.
get passed on. I mean, that's why
It
snakes
doesn't
still have
change.
hips. You know.
It
Like-
Can you
also doesn't
angle the
change
mic a little bit
fact
more towards you?
that we're
Yeah,
all
no worries.
human at the end of the day and equal. It's just a matter of like there are differences in different regions. That's it. In the same
Mhm.
way that skin colors, affect that way.
What would you say is your favorite region?
My favorite region?
Mhm.
Oh, Anglo-Saxon. No, I'm just
Imagine,
kidding, I'm just kidding.
imagine.
No, I don't have a favorite
What do you mean?
region.
I don't understand what's the problem with my answer? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, mainland Europe is the cradle of civilization. It's just like,
Dude, and
oh, of course, of
imagine
course.
what the shit farm country that they have.
could you
It's like
imagine that
relative to the
shit?
rest of the world. You're just like, obviously, like, really? Look at Europe. Let's
at your
look at
face.
Europe.
Remember
first
the
off.
Black
Like,
Death like fucked y'all up, right?
Fucked
Like
y'all
y'all
up.
remember
You
that,
didn't
right?
even need the Black Death. They just kept on fucking each other.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
why. That's why
Habsburg
the
jaw,
royal
man.
family looks so fucked
Yeah,
up.
Habsburg
Mhm.
jaw.
Mhm.
Dude, some of those kings were fucked up.
They're just ugly as shit.
They were
actually
drooling, like fully like mentally disabled the
Yes.
entire way. Like
Mhm.
They
these-
had
these
a
kids
there
were
was a
fucked
French
up, man.
king who
You
literally
do not want
was
to fuck your
mute.
sister a bunch
They
of
could
times.
not speak or
No.
rule, but they still had him be the king because it was his bloodline.
Yeah, it was the king's son. What are you supposed to do?
You're like, yeah, God sent us this guy.
God, now look at the Brits.
Thanks,
am I
man.
right?
I mean,
Jesus
are we the
Christ.
strongest
you
soldiers? Because is this
imagine-
not your biggest test?
Can you
Like,
imagine how difficult it must have been as the painter to be like, I have to paint that?
I have to, and you want me
Wait,
to make
wait.
him
Want
look
it-
good?
You want me to make him look good?
Yeah, omit the nose and omit the blood leaking out of his eyeballs.
Yeah, we'll clean up the
I
drool.
feel like that's a crucial center point of his face.
No, no,
Take
no.
it out.
It's
no,
not.
no,
Take
no,
it
no,
out.
no, no.
Okay.
He will not be remembered for that.
You can leave in the jaw, but
I
you
mean,
can
later.
just get
He
away.
That's
with
all we're gonna
will.
remember.
He will, but you burying it will be the much more interesting.
Because as soon as they
story
find
from
out, it's gonna be
history, man.
way worse.
Yeah, way worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Well,
all right.
welcome to the Bay One Entertainment.
Yeah, guys,
Podcast.
welcome in. Some nice racial talk
Yeah.
to start off the podcast.
Genetics and
Really strong.
racial
Nice and-
regionality.
Nice and calm. I love that.
Well,
It's
we'll
awesome.
we'll go down the list. You know, we'll start with our first segment as usual,
Let's get on in.
the music spotlight.
Oh,
Oh, bet.
yes.
What kind of albums you guys been listening to recently?
I'm listening to old albums still.
Yeah.
I'm listening to anything new.
Yeah, a little bit too.
Well, not old like in music history relative. It's more of
Mhm.
like old to us. Like to
Oh,
me.
really?
Okay, get us started there.
Like?
Well, mine was this is very lame. I listened to this a lot in college, and I listened to it with a really abusive, terrible ex-girlfriend that I had, and I've been trying to re-listen to it to reclaim it because I like it a lot, and I hate that most of the memories that I have attached to it are associated with it. So it's actually a pop punk album. It's "You're Gonna Miss It All" by Modern Baseball.
Oh,
I've never
wow, what
once listened to a
classic.
modern
Yeah.
baseball album, and I
So-
would listen to this one because you said you liked it.
Yeah, so I
Definitely missed
like
the boat
it.
on it, but go for it.
I like it
it's
a
fun.
lot. Obviously, I think they only have a few projects like
Oh,
for
dude.
real that aren't just like, Bandcamp classics that
Uh-huh.
have stayed as mixtapes forever. I think they only have a couple of albums on like Apple Music and Spotify. But yeah, I mean, like, good angsty kind of teen music. I think it's kind of everything that you want out of pop punk without it being absolutely insufferable. Like, it's not Warped Tour, but it's definitely like adjacent to
Rest
that.
in peace to Vance.
I would say.
Warped
Yeah, so standout tracks. I really like Pothole. I like Jimmy Black. I'm trying to think. Those are probably the top two. I mean, I really like Apartment as well. That's a strong song as well. The whole album's great. It's a short listen. If you want to just kind of like feel that, like, especially if you have like past drama or trauma with an ex, it's a good album to listen to for that. Which
Oh, the drama
ironically-
trauma combo.
the drama
Yeah.
combo. Yes, exactly.
The drama trauma
train.
power hour.
Toxic drama train.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
Shouts
what a music
out.
spotlight.
Shouts
So,
out to whatever
Yeah.
her name
Is
is.
that
Yeah.
on Spotify yet?
That would be my album. That's pretty much all I got. Modern
good one.
Baseball, You're Gonna Miss It All. I think it was from like 2014 or so, 2015. So again, like not old really, but like, I was 16 years old in 2014. Now I'm
dude,
26.
don't-
Like it's been a long time.
Don't get
So
me started on that shit.
like the album, would recommend it. Try and give it a listen. It's a pretty short listen.
No, that's a
So,
good one too.
Real
That's
quick to
fun.
answer your question, yeah, it is.
What?
Someone put it on Spotify.
No
What is?
shot.
Toxic
really?
Gossip Train,
Toxic
yeah.
Gossip
Under
Train.
the name
No
Glass
way.
Bee.
Ballinger, yeah.
But it
that's
looks like-
that's
I-
my shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Train.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's hysterical. How long is it?
How
Is
long
it
is the
10
song?
minutes? Yeah.
A
I
minute
think
and
Leah and
12
I must have
seconds.
watched that
That's
12
No,
times.
there's no way
all
they
the way
That's
fit
through.
the
not. That's
whole
not the long
fucking-
song.
yeah.
No, they should have.
No,
should've-
they probably
10
did,
minutes.
like,
You gotta
after, like,
monetize
the
it.
second chorus of it, and they were like, the rest of this is nonsense.
Can you believe?
But she still has it out there.
Can you
That's
believe it?
that's you
and
know what?
the
At least you
subsequent
didn't- at least you
apology that
didn't
she
go
did
back.
after that, where she was like, maybe I should have listened to my PR team.
Yeah,
Imagine
exactly.
being implicated.
Yeah, I couldn't see
There were
it.
a lot of conversations that I should not have done this, and I agree. I don't think that's what she said, but it was
Why
something
did
like,
you do it?
oh, it's almost like you shouldn't act off of angry impulse.
Or
Oh,
it's also like if you're implicated with shit with minors in any way, if the first thing out of your mouth is not "I
Sorry.
didn't do it" and fully and wholly reject
Facts.
these allegations and stuff
you
like
probably
that,
did shit.
not only did you probably do that shit, but also, hey, in the words of my favorite comedian, Jim Norton, shut the fuck up, get an attorney. Like there's a
Yeah.
time and a place for you to stand on the soapbox and go, well, there's, maybe 15-year-olds should be. No. Nope. Just get down,
Hear me out,
put the
guys.
soap
I'm
back
just-
in the box, maybe clean yourself out a little bit from all
Yeah.
the nasty shit you're doing, and then just get a lawyer.
So
That's the
back
best
in
thing
the
you can do.
box.
Guys, hear me out. If you let me explain it, they'll understand.
They won't.
No, they will.
won't.
They'll totally
Wait, wait, wait.
understand.
Okay, here, do me a favor.
wanna hear
Okay.
it.
What is your first line, your thesis statement for this that you want to do? If we're gonna sign off on letting you do this, what are you gonna say?
Um, I can't believe how gullible you guys are.
Okay, so immediate stop.
Nice.
Just like
No.
from
I mean,
from
they
the
believed
get-go.
obviously
That's good.
toxic gossip about me,
That's good.
so they're clearly gullible. They should. I should start with something abrasive,
No, I
so that
agree.
when they see it first, they go,
make
"Let
them
me
feel
hear
like the
more."
idiots.
That's what
Yeah.
they think. They go,
So you
"Let
want
me hear
to
more."
take controversy
Yeah.
and hook them
Yeah.
with more controversy.
I mean, it's press, right? Isn't your whole thing about press? Like you guys talk about press.
I
Yes,
agree.
but
press
remember
that,
on the
good
first
press, bad press,
day-
it's all press.
well,
so isn't this?
No, but remember the first day how we talked about the antithesis of this firm is the fact that all press is good press because bad press is bad press.
Mhm.
Remember how we said that? I think it's actually on the back of my business card right here.
He's
not all
passionate about
press
it.
is good press.
Mhm.
Why did you think this was a good idea?
Look, okay, so here's the thing. I technically didn't even send any pictures. I just
Mhm.
sent pictures, naked pictures of other adults,
Yeah.
and then made fun of them with children.
Right.
Yeah.
What about all the stuff
En
backstage
masse.
though?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Like
that
all the
stuff was
stuff
cool.
in your backstage of your live shows.
Oh, I mean, well, people can't have conversations anymore. People
I-
can't just talk and hang out. No, people
It's-
can't hang. Oh, we can't hang anymore.
I'm just personally, I don't know about you, I'm not having conversations about sex with teenagers.
You see,
Because I'm
I don't.
43 and it's a little weird.
I
at this
just
point.
don't. But I also like older. Like
It's part of
I'm
the
with 80s.
character.
I think that.
I mean,
hey,
it's part
I'm
of
down
the
with
character,
you.
but you're 47.
It's part of the
you-
character.
Great.
You really,
Imagine if she
If she
was
was actually,
47.
like, 90,
Can you imagine
yeah.
how gross that
If
would
she was
just make it so
47
much
doing
worse.
that, electric chair.
Dude.
Electric chair immediately.
47.
I'm just
That's
making
like- that's
memes
like-
with the.
I love how
just making
immediate
memes with the
they're actually
teenagers.
Oh,
that's
47.
way too
If you're doing that,
old.
oh man. I mean,
You're-
first off,
yeah.
obviously don't do it. But 47, dude, electric chair. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
No, it's
I
bad
just
at any
enforce
age.
them and
It's
also
bad
suggest
at any
them.
age, but if you're still doing it at 47,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
rough.
that you just shouldn't talk to children.
you got a career there.
That's a
You've-
good
You've got
stance.
numbers probably.
You know what? Is that your hot take today?
That is my
you shouldn't
hot
touch
take in this
children.
moment.
That's his
Don't
hot
talk
take.
to
As someone who
children.
works in media, my hot take is obviously don't touch children.
I have nothing else to elaborate.
That's all you have
on.
to say.
What's your album, Phil?
My album. I listened to the new mixtape from Future,
Oh, so good.
which is annoying that Spotify doesn't have
Hell
a
yeah.
section for mixtapes. You can only put them out as albums.
No, you can do. Oh, maybe it's only EPs.
EP
Are
has
there
its own
tags
thing.
Yeah.
for it?
But even then, a lot of time EP will just fall into
Album or mixtape.
Yeah, album
Mhm.
or like singles, which is like
Oh,
it's not.
Interesting. I feel like
I
that
don't
has
know.
to be more on the artist then.
Yeah.
All right, it's mixtape.
44 minutes, 51 seconds,
Mhm.
so
good.
45 minutes.
When did it drop?
Good album. It
2
dropped
weeks ago.
a week ago, I think.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's
It's
real
new,
fresh.
it's
It's
new.
real
Off the
fresh.
presses.
fresh.
It's super fresh. It actually
Fresh.
probably says when it came out.
It's
September 20th. So 10 days ago it dropped. Standout tracks, obviously the first one, Teflon Don.
so
Beat
good.
all kids like John. Got it.
You did the
I gotta
lean.
look through the lyrics for that.
I hate you. The lean killed.
There's a song that's been getting memed off of this called Plutoski. And
Plutoski.
dude, he is
That was
like
awesome.
on drugs.
Oh yeah, okay, I've seen this then.
So
I heard
man.
the one where they were like, bro, me listening to the new Future album and it's dudes
Yeah.
laying in bed like turning on a white
Yeah.
noise machine.
And it's like he
It's
like in
just
the
him
beginning of it is
rapping.
like conscious, so you can tell it's like he had to like work himself up to himself to like get him to be able to be like coherent for a second,
Is he
because he starts off
slurring?
coherent and then the whole it's
Yeah.
what I just did is exactly
Yeah, like
just
I don't even know if I can
yeah.
call it slurring as much as like
yeah.
the words are just pouring out his mouth.
You don't know what the words are. It's incoherent.
Yeah.
Pail of water.
Awesome.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just kicking over.
My thing is
Pretty
awesome.
awesome.
But
Very
I was
good.
saying to y'all off air yesterday about it. It reminds me of, and they did like a spoof on it in the South Park episode about World of Warcraft. But there's a famous like audio clip
Oh yeah, the kid.
of
the
this kid
shitting.
who's playing
Yep.
WoW or League or something like that. And
Oh no, it was WoW.
it was WoW,
It
yeah.
was WoW.
And he's like
This was
playing
LAN
for like
party WoW
days on end. And you hear his mom come in, and whether or not it's real, I don't know, but it's awesome if it is.
you guys
And
have seen
I
the
like to
South
hope
Park
that it is. This is my
episode,
Santa.
You're probably familiar with what's about to
Yeah.
happen. If
My-
you've seen the Make Love Not Warcraft episode of South Park.
My Santa is believing that this audio clip is genuine and authentic, like it happened in real time.
Yeah, no,
I bet it honestly
even if it
did.
isn't
It's-
real, you don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to.
You just want to
Dude,
keep
because-
this is
that
so
childlike
early in
wonder.
the internet, it had to be real.
Yeah.
People weren't taking advantage of it. Like
No.
No,
that.
yeah. This
And
this was
showing it to
early
people
days.
is my 6 a.m. on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, like, you haven't seen it? Oh, dude, it's
Yeah,
great.
it's crazy.
So it's this kid who, like, I wish eventually we're going to have a way to be able to play it. So I would have just had it ready. But it's just this kid on WoW who's playing for hours, if not days on end. And you hear his mom, like, open the door and she goes, "Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It smells terrible in here."
Mm-hmm.
Ma,
Later.
can I get a pizza roll? What? No. Oh my God. I'm going to call him Andrew for this. I forget his name. Andrew, you are shitting on yourself. Go to the
Mhm.
bathroom.
In a minute.
A minute. I don't wanna. No,
Wanna.
go right now to the bathroom. There's shit coming out
No.
of you.
In a minute.
Not yet. Not yet. I don't wanna. Get up to the bathroom right now. Get up. Not yet. Stop. And you hear her get closer to the mic. So she's
Yeah.
literally coming over
She's
and like
going
yanking
in.
his shitty ass out of the chair.
Stop.
Not yet. You can hear the
Dude.
strain of fecal matter being extracted
hey,
from his body.
Dude, he's dedicated. I want that kind of dedication everywhere I go.
You know,
he's
man,
committed to the
so
grind.
We've done a
Dude.
lot for this business.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have. We've sacrificed
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
We put in the hours.
Clearly not enough.
I've never had to shit all over myself. while
Dude,
we've been
maybe
doing
you're
something.
not working
Maybe we're
hard
not working
enough.
hard enough, man.
Maybe you are not working
Yeah,
hard
I don't
enough.
know if you have the passion that we're looking for.
I know,
I
it's
say we
crazy.
should
I'm
have
a frequent
Pampers on
shitter.
here.
I'm a frequent
Mhm.
self shitter.
Yep. You know what?
Well, I mean,
you gotta
I'm a frequent shit.
poop.
No. You gotta be a self shitter though.
That's
Uh-huh.
the thing, though.
You gotta be a self
I want
shitter.
s-
Yeah.
I want
we don't want
self-shitters.
self starters. We want self shitters.
So I want
Self-shitters.
self-shitters.
Mhm.
I
We
don't
want
want to
somebody
know
who's
about your
going to be
shitty little
here
podunk
before
small production.
Oh, let me
before
guess.
and after
Oh,
the
I got to give you a
bathroom.
laxative to get things going. I need to start. I need you to be able to shit on command.
Where's the
for
on
me.
cue? Where's the
Yeah.
on cue, huh?
Yeah, that button.
Where's your brown button?
Would you?
Cue shit, please.
Would you get a button?
Somebody play the brown note for me. You see a tuba player just and everyone in the room just
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be great. You. So to finish this out, 2 more standout tracks that I had was "Lost My Dog," which is actually really sad. It's about one of his friends dying to fentanyl. It's genuinely it's not as emotional as the entire "Save Me" EP is,
Baby Shaka,
dude.
wanna ride
It's the best Future
Shaka,
album by far, in
Shaka.
my humble opinion. But that one is a genuinely sad. You could tell it fucked him up.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, for
and
sure.
then Made My Hoe Faint, pretty good. But you listen to the album, it's a classic. A lot of them are like, I don't want to say it's as generic and average as Scorpion was for Drake, but all of them you're like, that's a Future song.
It
Like
sounds
it's
a
almost like
Future
AI.
song, yeah.
And some of them feel like half done
yeah.
You wanna?
in a
I'm
nice
curious
way,
what it
like in
was
a very like
produced.
Future way.
That's why it's a mixtape.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's why it's a mixtape. Oh,
I like it. I'm
dude,
glad.
the
That was a
Save
good
Me
choice.
album. I'll recommend that album. I listen to
Any
it
day.
once a month.
Mhm.
I listen to the whole thing once a month. If you also have the vinyl, I will buy it off of you. There were 3,000 copies made. That's it. I want one
Yep.
before I die. So
There
that's
you
our
go.
albums for the week. Thank you
Wait.
so much for music.
Did you do one?
I
Oh,
mean,
I
I
thought you
kind of
did, I'm
shouted
sorry.
out Colleen, but
Oh
if I
yeah,
were-
that's all he said.
That's all I
Toxic
said.
gossip
Yeah, we were
chick.
talking about that for a minute. If I have an album, I haven't really been listening to it. Honestly, what I've been listening to a lot has been Trap Soul, Bryson Tiller.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Very
a classic.
nice.
I know, right? I was
listened to Bryson Tiller in a long time.
Oh, dude, it's such a good album. Some fucking classics on it. Right My Wrong,
Bryson.
fucking dope. Yeah, like
Bryson.
also it's so
Bryson.
funny because like so we all know I'm a teacher. Kids know that fucking album word for word, beat for
Do
beat,
they
track
really?
after track. Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I actually
I
have to
would
be
believe
careful
it.
with it now, not because like I don't like subject matter, whatever. All right, kids are gonna listen to whatever the fuck they want. They're gonna listen to the future. Like as far as I'm concerned, Bryson Tiller, that's just good music.
Mhm.
So what I'm more concerned is when I put that on, everybody gets really fucking lit and they just start singing.
That's why I'm scared to have
Don't
a
play with it, don't get excited.
bro. I'm scared to have a speaker in my class.
You better not get
right
his
now.
DMCA from
it. I don't know.
Like literally multiple kids will start singing it. It's
love that.
it's pretty adorable.
That's
but it's just distracting, but I'm not mad.
I'm
I'm
not
always
mad.
happy to
I'm not
I'm always
mad.
happy to be spreading good music.
Good.
So there's
All
my
right,
little
well-
shout out. But you know what? Yeah, I'll give it to Toxic Joship Train.
Toxic
Toxic Joship
Train. Yeah.
Toxic Joship Train.
Joship.
Joship Toxic Train.
I'm about to assault you too.
All right, well, that's been Music Spotlight for the week. Thank you guys so
Cool.
much. If you guys have any albums you want us to check out, make sure to leave a comment somewhere. I don't care. We'll try to find it.
I don't fucking care.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I'll reply to every
Do
single
whatever you
YouTube
wanna fucking
comment that
do.
you put out
Okay?
there. All
Let's
right,
do whatever
that's
you
my
wanna fucking
guarantee.
do.
Let's
I
see.
will do
Because
the
at the end of the day,
fan
we know you're gonna do what you want to do, right? Because you don't care about what we think.
Just like
you don't
these
care about what
kids
we
who
say.
listen to the
I
music
could tell
that
you
they
not to touch
want.
the stove 100 fucking times, and at the end of the day,
You gotta
you're gonna
burn
touch
yourself.
it because it's red and it's hot.
You gotta burn
And that's
yourself.
who you are, and that's okay. Be impulsive sometimes, but don't say I didn't try to help. So our next, we're gonna go back to the hot minute hot takes.
I'm in hot takes.
Oh.
Woo!
So as everyone knows, you get 60 seconds.
Yes.
Well, the whole segment is 60 seconds. You get 20 seconds to say your hot take and explain it as quickly as you can. Are you guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
We're gonna go in the usual order: Nick, Kevin, me.
Gotcha.
So
I'm ready to go.
ready?
I'm locked in. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boston and Philly accents sound way fucking dumber to me than stereotypical Southern accents do. Because if you're talking to me about a fucking wawa hoagie, yo, that sounds way dumber than anything that I could do in a Southern drawl could ever fucking sound like. Fix your shit. You're in the Northeast. Fucking act like it. That's all I got.
All right. You know what I'm gonna say? Don't talk to kids. If you are above a certain age, you're not allowed to talk to somebody older. Once you're 18, you can't talk to anybody younger than 18. If you're 21, you can't talk to anybody younger than 21. I'm keeping that as my hot take. Even if you're 30 and you see a kid and they're about to get hit by a car,
2,
no.
1.
Don't talk to the kid. You're not
Sad
allowed.
that has to be a hot take.
Hey, sometimes not all trauma is bad trauma. Sometimes you need trauma to understand how the fucking world works. Because you need to learn, oh, hey, that thing's going to hurt me. Oh, hey, that thing sucks. I don't want to experience that again.
Yeah, I would agree
and
with
sometimes
that.
if you flinch at something, maybe it's a good idea. Not saying hit people. That's not what I'm saying. Okay.
All right.
This is, those are
I just
hot
mean it in the terms
takes.
of Jesus. Like, you know, when I was younger, I would do a lot of stupid shit that has like traumatized me in the sense where like I get a visceral reaction thinking of doing that mistake again, you know?
Yeah, that's how you learn
Definitely
lessons.
so.
Like I think that trauma helps people grow. Like
Yeah.
we all develop from it. I think that if you don't have any trauma, then you probably have either really horrible views on life or you're just not an interesting person.
Mm-hmm.
Like
No, yeah, you need a little-
you
you need a little bit.
trauma, like just to be a human, to experience life. Like I hate the whole there's sun behind like the clouds. I mean, no, you just need to appreciate what's good by knowing what's bad.
Well, yeah, and also like I don't think that the trauma has to be life-changingly horrific. Like as you were saying, Phil, like we were talking about touching your hand to the stove and stuff like that. Like if you keep doing it over and over again, like, yes, you're going to keep traumatizing yourself physically and emotionally and whatever. But like, there's a huge difference between that level of trauma and something like, being assaulted or something like that. Like, so we're not saying, oh yeah, dude, everybody should have like, you should have both of your parents get murdered because that's really good character building. No, dude, that's not what I mean.
Batman.
You could be Batman.
It's more of the fact of like, yeah, just some bad things are going to happen to you. And the earlier that happens and the more extreme it is without fucking up your life, probably the more you're going to grow from it. I
Mhm.
fully agree with that.
Well, and also that's a shout out to young parents. Like,
Yeah.
you can't
Oh, yeah.
shield your children away from the world and bad
No,
stuff
man,
and
you
feeling
can't.
bad sometimes.
You can't.
If
That's why I hate
anything,
banned books.
you want them
Crazy.
to have that
insane,
experience because if
man.
you're a good parent, your job is not to protect them from the world. Your job is to help them cope with the world.
Well, it's
because
just
the
to
world
edge
fucking sucks sometimes,
even.
and they need to know they can come to you when they feel bad.
Yeah, I think it's even less than that. Like, you learn to cope on your own.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch your parents, you can copy what they do, all that other sort of stuff. I think your job as a parent is to educate your kid about the world and just be like, this is what it is. This is how it works sometimes. And then when they learn the lessons, they can come back to you and be like, yeah, this happened to me. And it's like, yeah, that will happen
That
sometimes.
sounds about right.
And sometimes it's you shouldn't have done that. Sometimes it's life be like that. You're an innocent party. This is how it goes. It just like, you got to learn
And-
that.
And
You know
don't
what?
toss them into things
I'm-
and like traumatize them yourself.
No,
No,
just
who the
be
fuck does
there
that?
when the
That's-
trauma.
Oh, you know what? No, when you
happens.
dump trauma on your kid, that's also just like
Oh my
inane,
God,
insane
yeah.
behavior. You shouldn't have a kid. I want more people to be traumatized, especially about talking to kids.
Yep.
If there's a child about to get hit by a car, I want somebody to be scared to say move because they're talking to a kid. I want people to be scared. Don't talk to kids.
Yeah,
Will we
don't
lose
talk
some
to
kids? I'm
kids,
sure.
man.
But
Don't talk
I
to
would rather
kids.
save the kids by making adults creeps scared to talk to them. Is it
Okay,
worth the
imagine I don't
sacrifice?
talk to him, but I do tackle him out of the way of the car.
Hey, look at
feel
that.
like that's better.
Yeah, there you're touching.
I
maybe
think
there's
I
a
would rather
loophole.
save a child's life and one person be like, "Ooh, he touched him." Like, I think I'd rather.
You know what?
I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
I mean, even as much as
Weirdo.
I
Like,
fully agree
because
with
the
you.
person
yeah,
who's like,
yeah, I'm gonna go
"Ew,"
with
I'd be
that.
like,
Oh, you
"Dude,
touched the kid.
what is wrong with you?" Like,
Jail.
His parents come running up to you and be like, "Oh my God, thank you, you saved his life."
Yeah,
And then
no
they'll-
the
worries.
parents
Yeah,
are
but-
just like,
but he's a
oh,
fucking
creep.
perv.
Get
"Oh,
off
don't
my
touch
kid."
him. He's gonna.
Oh,
He touched your kid."
Oh,
Like,
chill. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm way more comfortable with that world than Epstein Island
Yeah.
world.
That's like also the
That's
same
our
kind of
world.
guys who a guy says anything that's not like I'm a heterosexual, something like I know,
Heterosexual.
something like stereotypically hetero and like manly, and the guy
a
says
hetero
anything that's like,
man.
"Hey man, I really like how my outfit," or like,
Hetero.
I really like how your outfit looks today. It looks good." Yo, dude, pause.
Yo, no Diddy.
Pause, dude.
Pause on
Oh,
that.
fuck,
Did
dude.
I-
Pause, you
lightning.
fucking.
Wait,
You
you
were
gonna
so
put
gay.
lipstick on him too?
What the fuck
Fucking
is
asshole.
wrong with you, bro?
Every time.
Oh, a lot of things, bro. I like people are just
Yo,
way, you know
fucking
what?
pause, yo.
Parents traumatizing their kids. That's where they learn it from. That's where they learn it from.
Yo, dude, pause.
Yeah.
That
What if I
Bam
go-
Margera accent, by the way, that's exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
If anything, he's the
Oh,
textbook.
the filler.
He is the textbook, dude. Come on, you're gonna tell me that doesn't sound fucking dumber? Come on.
Bam
there are
sounds
so-
dumb, dude. You're comparing
there
Philly to
are
a bunch
so-
of offense. You know what?
No, but you know, in media and in culture and everything
they
else
might
like that,
actually.
there's always that stereotype of like the dumb Southern person.
Yup,
Oh well, now
yup,
you know.
Yep.
And here's the thing:
That's why my parents
When-
didn't want me to have a Southern
when
accent growing
I
up.
went to New
Yeah.
York
They're like,
and
you're
I
gonna
met
look.
Phil,
People are gonna think you're stupid.
like,
of it.
dude, I
Mm.
lived all over the United States, but when we lived in the South, I was very young, and then we lived in the Midwest a good amount, like in Illinois and stuff like that. But that's not the South. So growing up with SNL and Mel Brooks movies and a bunch of movies from the '80s, like The Great Outdoors and shit like that, the stereotype is, of course, if you hear somebody with the well now come on back now, you hear they're dumb, they're stupid. So I went to college, not with obviously like treating people like that, but making jokes like that shit. And I remember you saying that like freshman year, where you were just sort of like, you weren't pissed about it, you also weren't a dick about it, but you were just sort of like, yeah, like, you know, we're from the South, we have to deal with that like all the time.
all the time.
And it just like fully shifted my perspective, especially to the fact of like, God, I know so many fucking idiots here that sound just like me, who don't have the drawl and everything like that. And it's like you can't do that, man.
Mhm.
Like it's just as fucked up
Well,
as judging somebody by something else.
Yeah.
Like don't do
But what's
that
also
shit.
ironic
Now,
about
I know I just
like,
judge you, Boston and Philly, but you fucking deserve it.
fuck you.
Fortunately.
Best thing to come out of Boston
Agreed.
is the Tea Party.
Absolutely.
Heard.
The revolution.
Yeah.
Or Boston Dynamics. I will say that
Yeah.
that shit's
But-
good.
Oh,
but
those
the
fucking
old-
dogs.
You go
I
on
want one
ahead with
so
a fucking
bad.
Robo Dog.
We also
want
wanna
to
be clear.
Yo.
You mean the first Tea Party?
Yes,
not
not the
the
GOP.
new, not the new Tea Party.
No,
No,
that
no,
was
no, no,
invented
no,
at
no, no,
DC.
like the
that ain't from
Boston Tea
Boston.
Party,
Nah,
yeah,
fuck
that.
that shit.
No, but I was gonna say, it is like
Excuse
like
me.
ironic too that like this is not me saying there is not racism in the South. Obviously, there is institutional racism in the
There's
South.
racism
That it
everywhere.
goes without saying. Some of the most racist people I've ever met have been from the Northeast.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No
dude.
question about it. It's like and it's like more like vitriolic. Like,
Dude,
it's
I noticed
it's like
it.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
dude.
because
I noticed
that
it
the
immediately when we
racism
moved to
looks
Connecticut,
differently.
bro.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
moved
Well,
from,
WASP racism is like so offhanded and like normal.
Yeah, well, that's
no.
you know, speaking about accents, that's why my parents didn't want me to have a Spanish
Yeah.
accent. That's why I learned English first, and they didn't want me to learn it until like I got to high school. And it's like, yeah, we'll get your teachers to teach. And I was like, that, like, forget like the giant cultural erasure that you guys did, but like. That is so sad to think that you didn't want me to have an accent so bad because of how you were treated
Yep.
in the North. Like
Well, dude,
that is
yeah,
so
like
fucked.
self assimilation into
Wally,
a culture like that.
the-
We were just like we
The
had
guy
to
that we knew.
yeah.
Some
He
dude that we
experienced,
knew.
Pakistan,
he
yeah.
experienced the most, as he told me, the most racism that he experienced in the United States was not in Florida. It was not in Texas. It was in Connecticut, which is where you and I were from. He was on a
Yeah.
job with a roommate of his at the time, this dude named John, who owned an exterminator company. We actually almost did a pilot about like a reality show about them doing the bug extermination stuff.
would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been insane. But
Would've been
anyway,
very funny.
like yeah, Wally said that like in college he didn't have that, and it was a very white, very liberal arts school where that could have easily been like just some very like casual racism thrown
Yeah,
around, but
definitely.
he didn't have it there. He didn't have it hanging out with all of us in Brooklyn. He only had it when he went to Connecticut and saw the the like wives of the house
Yeah.
chilling around and just sort of being like, John, who's a white man, being like, oh yeah, like come in the back, and then just sort of like giving him the side eye, never talks to him, never looks him in the eye. If he wants or if she wants him to do something, tells John to tell him, like just shit where it's like, bro, I don't get how you can have somebody in your home, your nasty ass fucking Connecticut house filled with
Literally got
cockroaches and
exterminated.
bed
yeah.
bugs, and you're looking down on this guy. Like that's fucking insane to me. So look, I completely agree. When we went to Texas, again, I'm white, so I'm not saying like, well, yes, I was fine, so it's fine. But I didn't,
see any racism.
see like active racism. Institutional racism, of course, as you said, it exists. But like it's not like, as soon as you walk outside as a black man in Austin, everyone's just running after you. Like
Mhm.
it's,
I do also want to say Texas is a little different
Yeah.
than a lot of other states.
Well,
like
it stands
Arkansas, and
on its
Louisiana,
own.
and like Mississippi, Missouri. Those like other Bible Belt ones
yeah.
are rough sometimes.
No, dude, listen.
Not to say that
100%.
Texas is not. We all know. We've
100%.
seen the Texas legislature. That
Oh,
shit
dude,
is
I
rough.
mean,
like
Look, like there've been a ton of lynchings this year alone.
yeah.
And it's only
Mhm.
rising because of the election and everything else that's going on, man.
Yeah.
So I want to be clear that I'm not saying like, well, it just doesn't exist and I didn't see it, so it's not there. It's happening, but I've seen a lot more active racism in the Northeast
Yeah.
in front of me than any time I've been in the South by
Yeah.
far. So,
True.
so there you go.
So true.
Mhm.
I don't know.
All right.
All right,
Well,
cool.
we're ending
That's-
segments heavy.
Yeah, we're going
today,
heavy
dude.
today.
Yeah.
We're going heavy. Also, if you didn't know, someone on the free hand.
Yes, you did. You
No,
switched.
you're
Nice
you're,
little stand-up.
You're bread tubing.
Yep.
Bread tubing.
Bread
Yeah, you're a
tubing.
bread tuber now.
What is that?
Just lefty YouTube. That's where commentary channels and the left, the leftosphere do. They hold the mic. They don't usually have it.
Oh, really?
I heard like one commentator say that.
Nice. I like that.
I think it's funny.
hilarious. Because everyone wants to be stand-up comedians so badly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that should have been my hot take. But anyways, I have a
Everybody
hot
wants
take for
to
next
be-
week. It's
yeah.
ready.
It's all right.
It's ready for next week. All right. So that's done. Now your favorite
That's
well,
done.
that's
Wow.
done.
Whatever.
And that's here's some paper towels
We're-
for you in Puerto Rico after the hurricane.
That truly was that Sequitur? Sequitur?
Sequitur?
Whatever.
Oh, my favorite part of
told me-
Ecuador.
What am I thinking
Mr.
of?
President, could you come out? I said, well, my schedule's
Sequitur
packed.
is
I'll
a
find some
great
time.
name for
Let me go
Ecuadorian.
down. I'll maybe
sequitur?
give him
The
a little
sequitur, yeah.
Kobe
Don't let him do
action.
this.
No helicopter crash for this guy.
Did he go on a
Is
helicopter?
that line? That's bar for bar?
Yeah,
What he
it's
said?
fun.
No,
I
that
wish.
me
I
transitioning
wish.
between those bits though was literally the Donald Trump
Yeah.
paper towel little
Yes.
boom,
Got that?
boom. Which, by the way, I don't
Insane.
know. man. It's
Insanity.
insane.
It's crazy to me that you can
It's-
play
that
that.
was
I don't
the
know how
thing.
you can't watch that and like not laugh
uncomfortably.
and just be
yeah.
like,
yeah.
If you play that
Dude.
right next to Bush having the shoes thrown at him in like 2003,
and his dodge.
Still
too.
amazing.
you can
reaction
see
time.
just 20 years of American stagnation
Yeah.
in those two
Yeah.
moments. Literally just Bush ducking two and popping back up, being like, "Has he got another?" And then
You
immediately,
know
to
what's
Trump
interesting too?
just,
I think those guys
"All
are the
right."
same age.
It's
I
also
think
just
I
don't
think
so.
going back to
W
the.
and
think
Trump
Trump's
are the
older.
same age.
Can we
Is he
just go back
older?
to the
he's
shoe
older.
thing quickly?
If he's older, then it
incredible,
literally is, like,
incredible
the
shots
aging.
by that reporter.
Wait, no,
just
no.
those were
Also-
like aimed right at the head. If
Listen,
he didn't dunk,
I hate the guy.
he
I
would
gotta
have
say,
got it.
good reflexes on Bush too.
Yeah,
Holy
no,
shit,
impressive.
man! God damn.
Well, I mean,
all
he's
of
I want
that-
to play by
all
play.
that time around the
He's from
baseball
Texas.
team must have
He's-
really gotten
yeah,
him
he's super from
sprouts.
Texas.
No, I know that, but is that like a Texas
He
trait?
owned the Rangers.
No,
bro.
that's
He
just people
co-owned
just-
the Rangers.
Texans love that the Bushes are from Texas. That's it.
No,
Even
you?
though they grew up in Connecticut,
Yeah, but they're from Texas, technically.
they're blue blood Northeastern.
Ooh.
I would say the boys
claim
grew up in
Texas.
Connecticut.
No, yeah, HW.
HW grew up in
Connecticut.
Texas.
Like, or
Why
yeah,
am I
no,
defending
yeah,
him?
wait.
What the
Swap
fuck?
those,
What
yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
was
yeah.
that?
Anyway,
Dude, that was
anyway,
a Texan right there. that
Yeah.
was the G.
That
That
was
was the
crazy,
Texan right there.
dude.
see, it's embedded.
Oh, that
It's hard.
was
It's hard
terrible.
to get it out.
So it is time for our favorite One second, I want to actually see something.
Oh.
Nope, they're both 78.
Oh, really?
They're
I
literally
thought
the
Bush was
exact
younger.
same age,
I really thought
Oh,
Bush was younger.
Crazy.
and actually they're less than a month apart.
That's
No
weird.
He's only
way.
3 weeks older than George Bush.
Would you rather
Yeah.
get invited to a Trump or a Trump birthday party or a Bush birthday
Bush.
party?
Oh, Bush for sure.
The
Yeah.
most influential people, like actual influence, like CIA,
Mhm.
making real decisions type of thing, are
Yeah.
going to be at the Bush party.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays,
Also,
yeah.
dude, I just wanna
Laura
see Cheney
fucking
get
Loomer
drunk.
is going to be at the Trump party.
I wanna
Yeah.
see
Well, not
Cheney get
anymore.
drunk
Shouts
and
out.
Just be like,
Y'all saw what happened?
what else
No.
can you tell me?
Dude, she got kicked the fuck out.
Who?
No, but for what?
Laura Loomer. We're going to talk about
Oh,
political
she got-
analytical, but yeah. Oh,
okay.
she's like out.
She's out.
Somebody just turned off.
Our light just turned off.
Oh, let me grab a
Alright, we got a
battery for
battery?
that. That's
yeah.
weird.
Here.
All right, cut.
Yeah, we'll cut it.
Okay. We're back into it.
Welcome back. Oh
We're
my
in.
God.
We're here.
I was
ready.
so scared you weren't going to come back.
I thought you were gonna leave me at the altar.
I thought you were never coming back.
I thought that you were gonna leave me for
I
your
thought
Dr.
you were going
Monster
to be
appointment with
leaving me.
Dr. Monster.
Well, this is our segment. Ooh, would you rather?
Oh, would you rather, gentlemen, 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 gentlemen?
Would you rather?
What I've got for you today, right
Let's see.
here. Okay, so would you rather
Oh my
for 5 years of your life, 5 years, everywhere that you go to, every social gathering, and also with everyone in your life, even when they know it's not real, you have to lie about being a professional baseball player. So everywhere that every party, when someone's like, "Oh yeah, so what do you do for work?" You're like, "Yeah, I play for the Mets." Really? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a second string shortstop, and you just have to lie every single time. And even when people know, like Phil, when you get home and you're like, "Hey, honey, yeah, it was a crazy drive from the stadium," she's like, "I don't know why you're still doing this.
It's not funny.
It's not funny anymore." And you're like, "Okay, well,
yeah, it's
game's
not-
on Saturday."
You know what? It
so-
really wasn't funny when I got struck out.
Yeah. Like
Wish you were there.
no, but
And
here's
you
the
were-
thing.
You should have been watching.
And the
'cause you're my
more
wife.
that you get pressed, the more that you have to double down on it. So you can't even play it off as like a, "Oh, well, you know," like as they push you hard, you got to be like, "Dude, I am. I'll prove it to you." And it just gets
I will
more and
prove it
more
to you.
sad
It's
because
so
you're just
funny.
not a baseball
Yeah.
player. Okay, so that for 5 years, or
Oh wait, real quick. True? Question mark.
Yeah,
X
X'd
through-
out.
Look
Yeah,
at the
exactly,
picture.
yeah.
True.
true X out. Okay, so you got that, or
Hieroglyphs, man. Hieroglyphs.
for only 2 years.
It's really for our target audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Kindergartners
Truly, it's
here.
just symbols.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we're gonna cut you in half and put Subway Surfer underneath you
Mhm.
while you do the
Yes,
would you rather.
exactly.
shit.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
if you are sick of Cocomelon, Great for kids.
Come
here.
right here.
Great
Yeah,
for
just come
kids.
here.
Yeah.
It's great for minors.
No, don't send kids to watch our show. That's the
Have
last thing.
base is a
preschoolers
base.
specifically watch our show.
Mom, what is phonology? What is
Mom,
phonology?
would you say that I'm couth? Just like,
Am I a
shut up.
caucasoid?
Shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. So
Whoa,
5 years.
Weird mom there.
5 years of fake baseball player,
Based mom.
or
Like-
only 2 years of the It Follows situation, but the thing following you is Grimace.
Will it kill me if it gets its hand?
Yes. It's going to be a violent death, too. Like, Grimace has a lot of rage that's been pent up from everybody always stealing his nuggets. Like, he sees you as the Hamburglar, and he's
Oh,
just
shit.
gunning
Wait.
for you.
Is that why he's mad?
Is that what happens?
I think so. I mean, I gotta be honest. I was kind of throwing out
good
random
enough
McDonald's
lore.
lore.
As anything.
But yeah, so 5 years of fake baseball player, or 2 years of It Follows with Grimace, which, as I will remind you, and for those who have not seen the movie, It Follows from I think like 2017 or something like that. Basically, it's like the meme of the snail, like the unkillable snail, and you're immortal for as long as you want, but if the snail touches you, you die. It's sort of like that, except you're not immortal. The movie was basically an allegory for spreading STDs. Like, that's what it was
Yeah.
really about. But
I knew about
basically,
that.
like, you can have this like evil thing that follows you constantly. If it touches you, it kills you, and you can pass along the curse to somebody by having sex with them. So we follow this protagonist who's constantly having this thing just following after her. It walks at a constant pace all the time. So basically, if we're recording this podcast, right, you guys would have to like keep an eye on where Grimace is. Like, you got to keep an idea of like how far he
What if
is and
he-
everything. And this one you can explain to your friends, I guess, but but you're not gonna want to. You're
Like,
not
we
gonna
get
wanna-
it, man. The Grimace shake, blah blah blah. It was
Yeah.
funny back then. Please.
You're like,
How
no,
fast
I
does-
need to leave.
Wait, how
right
fast
now."
does Grimace go?
I'd say it's just a
walks.
brisk walking.
It like
pace.
walks at you the
Brisk?
whole time. Yeah.
Just like this, like just kind of.
That's
Bah,
just bouncing.
Ba,
Yeah.
ba,
Yeah.
ba. Step.
He's
step,
just
Step. Step.
That's all.
Step.
He's Grimace size.
He's 7
I
feet
don't-
tall.
He's 7
No.
feet tall.
He's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 7
Those
foot
are
tall.
Big strides.
He's got big
so,
shoulders.
fun fact, Grimace was originally introduced as Evil Grimace, as the embodiment of a milkshake who steals milkshakes.
Wait. So they made Evil Grimace before they made Grimace?
Now, in 1978 or
See,
1971,
dude, I told you the devil
he was
existed
originally
before God. That's
introduced
proof
as
right
Evil
there.
Grimace, and then later, a few years later, was introduced as a regular friendly character,
Right.
Just as Grimace, and he's the embodiment of a milkshake. Everyone thought he was a taste bud.
I
But
thought
he's
he
ju-
was like a nugget shape.
No, he's
Like, I knew he
he's
wasn't a nugget.
The embodiment of a milkshake, according to
does that
McDonald's
mean?
themselves.
Also,
You
did
keep
you
on saying
know-
the embodiment? Why don't you just call him a
That's what
milkshake?
they said.
But what does that mean to be the embodiment of a milkshake?
Personified.
No,
like
it's
the
like the
Kool-Aid Man.
essence.
What are you
It's-
talking
an
about?
anthropomorphic
No, that's actually made out of
milkshake.
Kool-Aid.
It's
He's
like
not a
the-
milkshake.
It's like the distilled ideal of
Yeah,
a
why am I
milkshake.
confused?
Wait,
I don't know either.
Really quick.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Is the Kool-Aid Man the liquid or the jar?
jar?
Which
The
is he?
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, is he the
He
liquid or the
is
jar?
The jar, and his blood is the Kool-Aid.
So he's both.
He's
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
So you need both.
Yeah, you need
For him
both.
to be
yeah.
alive.
Can I just take you without your organs?
No.
Well, then,
No, not
yeah.
at all. Well, no, but I'm asking because some people say that he is the liquid and he uses the jar as like a vehicle, basically, or like it's the whole philosophical thing of like, are you your brain or are you your whole body? Like, is he every bit of it, or is he just the liquid? Is he just the glass? I don't know. It's for us to say, for him to find out.
I'm gonna agree with the Grimace. It follows.
You're gonna go with the Grimace. It follows.
Yeah.
That was a quick
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
First off, yeah, Grimace it follows, obviously.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't give
The
a fuck
lie-
about trying
Okay.
to explain.
I'll
to
be honest.
people that
The
I'm
bit is so funny.
the idea of
The bit
pretending
is
to be
so funny.
hilarious, but realistically, the
I would
effort
get
I have
so
to go
tired
into,
of it.
no,
I would get
Yeah.
so
because now I
tired
gotta
of it.
Photoshop like 60 pictures
Mhm.
of me in different positions in like action shots. Yes, different like baseball action shot positions, like in the middle of moving, and then I also have to create highlights for myself.
You have
to
to make
show
the illusion
people.
of like being at games.
Because if I'm
and
doing it,
stuff.
I'm doing it all the way. It's an all or nothing situation, right?
Mhm.
right.
I'm gonna have my retired, dirty, used uniforms that I never cleaned after the last game. right?
That's fucking foul. They don't actually do that. I don't believe that.
Well, I know, but I'm gonna be like I'm a psycho or whatever. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
You're
more
just
specific
adding
you make
another
it.
Crazy,
element.
Oh yeah, listen.
They
First
called me
rule of
crazy, but-
storytelling:
They
the
called
more
me Crazy
specific you
Phil.
make it, the more believable it is. If you just say like, "Yeah, I've got my dad's watch," then okay, that's random. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you, but if you're like, "I have my dad's Casio watch that he shoved up his ass and wore throughout the entire Korean War, and it still has stains from his rectum on it," okay, I probably believe you have that watch.
Wait,
Okay, Pulp
I saw Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, Pulp Fiction. Lying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next thing we know, Nick is gonna be super into feet.
What'd you
oh,
say?
Oh wait.
Wait,
Oh wait, shit.
hold on.
Yeah, so definitely
someone
the
said
Grimace it
that.
follows.
Are you
Real quick,
saying
someone said that the Kool-Aid man without
for
their
free?
Kool-Aid will lose the ability to move as their tissues solidify, suffering paralysis and eventually death by suffocation.
No shot.
Just do it while I'm talking, because I do want to say something real quick. So, one of the
Oh, the other light just went off for all the Spotify listeners.
so you know how like Google has questions when you like search something up, and there's like
Yeah,
sometimes it's like
frequently
either
asked
it's like
questions.
either
Uh-huh.
it's like core questions or just I don't know where they get these. I don't know what like WikiHow whatever.
Yeah,
the
what
fucking-
idiot was allowed on a laptop to ask these questions?
Which is also just like I don't know where they're pulling questions from. But one of the questions that came up is hilarious, which is Grimace real? Yes or no? Which is
I need to know.
Such a
Tell me.
confrontational way to say it. Like
just
enough
yes
with
or
the
no.
bullshit. You've been giving me the runaround all this
This is a
hour
simple
that I've
yes
been
or no
searching this up.
question.
Is Grimace real? Yes or no? Answer the fucking question, man.
You know, I mean, I would say yes.
We can just sit here all day playing these games.
I
I,
just-
need to know if Grimace is fucking real.
I also
or not.
love the idea of
It's like,
typing
okay.
a question into Google, which I know tons of people do. All right. I used to be guilty of it, but then learn how to search. Like it takes 2 minutes and you'll never have
Oh,
to
yeah.
be like,
Oh, I
I
still
can't
type in
find this
questions in
thing on
Google.
the internet. Like,
I type in questions in Google. Sometimes just the keywords.
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying just do the keywords.
well, no.
No,
'cause
I would totally type in
you're-
is
you're
Grimace real?
right.
Yes or no.
You're right.
That might have been me actually.
I think it was
That
you.
might
Actually.
have been me.
Now that I'm thinking
But-
about it.
They actually made the algorithms better than that recently because they realized that no one does that shit. So like they literally programmed it now so you can basically like talk to it.
Yeah,
as a
well, I mean,
person.
Google AI has that thing where it
Yeah.
will like answer like Chat GPT and be
Exactly.
like, if you ask a question, it'll be like, yes, comma, this, and then give
so
you the
wrong
answer.
also.
And a bunch of them, yeah, are really
So
off.
wrong.
It's crazy.
So wrong.
so
yeah.
wrong.
No, yeah, because
A
they
lot of them.
pull from
Oh, they're
articles all over
constantly
the
wrong.
internet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People say whatever. I lie on the
All
internet
right.
all the time.
So you're going with
I do
Oh,
love
it
how
follows
like
Grimace.
Yeah.
some like
Some
Google
game.
devs in the search stuff just act as though everyone tells the truth. You know what I mean? Like they're like, well, I mean, you just asked me to find it. You didn't ask me if it was real. Okay, Google. You should
Facts.
authenticate some stuff. Jerk off.
Yeah.
Like that's why you guys are getting anti-monopoly practice laws against you.
Yep.
Good job, stupid.
Susan. Oh wait, that's
No, that was
that's
YouTube. And also she's
Susan
dead.
Wojcicki, she's not there
Well,
anymore.
she's dead. But
she's
shouts out
died?
to Anne Wojcicki, whatever.
Wojcicki.
Who cares? Some Polish name.
Whatever. I just made that up.
Shouts out to Anne, who had her entire board of trustees and directors quit 23andMe on the same day. And also the stock has plummeted about 92%
From 23andMe.
Wow.
from 23andMe.
You know
'Cause
what?
She's,
That
she's
scam-
God
privatizing
damn.
it.
Good.
She's
That
privatizing
scam
it.
was good while it lasted. It is just PCR. Like that shit. I could run. I could run so many PCR plays with so many people's like.
Let's do it.
Oh, dude. I mean, if you give me the equipment,
Get
yeah.
a bow test.
Dude, let's go. Easy.
Let's do it.
Get the
And
bow test.
guess what? It did not cost $100 or whatever they're charging people for that. It's such a cheap fucking
Isn't it
thing.
so interesting though that both the people who ran a genetic research company and like commercial genetic research company and YouTube, which was like the pinnacle of online media sourcing, like
You know the
both
rumor,
were
right?
the CEOs
Or I shouldn't say this.
and like president, like they both ran it at the same time. Isn't that crazy? Like what kind of power does that family have?
The
I've never heard of
crazy-
them before.
the fiends at iFunny that I read the comments of
Jesus
because they're fucking
Christ,
insane.
I feel
They're
like you're like
whole
deep
thing-
undercover
I-
CIA or
I
like
love
Mossad
that
at this
you
point.
are
Like, I don't
so
know.
open
Their
about your
whole thing-
iFunny,
Dude,
like, addiction.
because-
I told someone about that the
because-
other day. I was like, "Yeah, Nick is on iFunny." She was like, "What?"
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's almost like
funny,
saying.
and I'm
That's
like,
like
"Trust
saying,
me, I
yeah, I
know."
go read Kiwi Farms every day.
No, because here's the
I'm
thing.
on 4chan.
The reason
I'm on
why
8chan.
8chan.
I'm
on
I'm on
8chan.
slash poll on 8chan.
Uh-huh.
the reason
I
why I'm
actually
so
have
open
Tinder.
about it is
Or
because
what's
like
the-
I
Parlor.
I just don't
Truth Social.
interact
So
with
true. Trump media.
anything. Like I get my memes off of there, and that's where I like, show Leah funny stuff that I find or whatever. But
So based.
all the political charge shit and everything else like that, I'll go down and read it and be like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. But I don't comment. I don't engage with anybody. Like, go to my profile now. You'll see what I repost. It's all like
That's a
fucking
challenge. Go
dog
to his
videos
profile
and
and
stuff
find the
like that.
racism.
Yeah,
So-
dox him.
Look at
So-
his likes and look at his repost and tell me what his race is.
For that reason, as I said, it's just a nice little portal into the depraved mind of people that just think basically the exact opposite that I do. And I also fully believe in the fact that if you're going to change people's minds, or if you want to like get at a level playing field with them to talk about the issues, you got to understand where they're coming from. Because if you just dismiss it immediately, then they're not going to listen to you. But if you hear them out and say, okay, I get why you believe that. I understand why you could have been misled to believe that, or maybe the education system failed you, whatever it might be, and then you can change their minds. So, like, look, I don't want to listen to fucking, like, especially these guys on iFunny, because they're the worst type of people. They're the most loserly, in your basement, constantly online, women hating, like victim complex type of dudes.
I like to call them the CIA mark.
There you go.
That's
Yes.
who they incite
No.
violence
Yes.
with.
Literally, though.
You're a mark for propaganda.
Yes,
brother.
you literally are. But like, these guys come out saying all the crazy shit about race, about religion, and all this other kind of thing, and it's just interesting to see like what they're actually talking about,
Mhm.
because most of it is fully baseless, of course, but it's also just like, how did you even arrive at that? Like, this is outlandish, like philosophical Hyperborean theory level racism, to the point where it genuinely is fascinating. Where I'm like, how can you believe this? This is exhausting.
That's
To
like the
keep all of this straight
Yeah.
in your mind of like, these people are good, these people are bad. We came from doing. You have to learn an entirely new, different history of the world, man.
Yeah,
These
man.
people believe the flood happened. They
Yeah.
like fully
The biblical
believe.
flood?
Yes. Like people, even the like liberal
So really,
people
what I'm
on
hearing, what
iFunny.
the problem is religion, is what I'm hearing.
And
Oh
guess
my
what?
God, yeah. Do
But
you
it's
know how
almost like the
Christian,
Nazi
I
mythology
Bro,
type stuff.
love
Like,
religion.
Do you know how
Keep on watching the
Christian-
podcast.
You know how Christian iFunny
We
Funny
love
is?
them and we
Fuck,
want
man.
them to be on this podcast too.
It's
Religious- yeah, yeah, yeah.
ridiculous.
Stay.
religious insane people.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The religiously
I fucking
insane.
love
Could
it.
They're
you please come
religiously
forward?
insane.
I love everybody.
Okay, but to keep on
They're
track,
gonna hate
with
when we
this,
start bringing on porn stars.
You're going with
They're gonna hate it.
the 2 years
hate it.
of Grimace It Follows.
No, easy. Yeah.
Phil,
Huh.
Grimace It Follows.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's
so
just
now,
like it's much easier to explain, but also like, maybe I want a
gonna
little
lie.
surprise in my life. Maybe I want a little scare.
I kind of like having a purpose. Not gonna lie.
all right, to up the ante, if I keep the 5 years of the baseball player thing, but then I revert the It Follows things back to the original It Follows rules, meaning
easy, yeah.
that you got to have it until you have sex with somebody to give it to them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bet. Oh wait. It's just
That's
gonna stay
easier
up-
for you. Not
Yeah,
as
wait.
I
easy
guess to
for
get rid of
you.
it.
Yeah, I can't. It's just stay in my household. Like, look, honey, listen.
Oh, let me guess. Grimace is outside. That's why. That's why. That's why you slept with her.
Oh, and that's why you want to sleep with someone. I get it. Threesome. Ha ha. Someone else comes in. Grimace is not fucking outside. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to get tired of the
and
joke.
then
It's
you
not
just
funny.
see Grimace walking behind her, and you're like, "Yeah, I gotta go."
I love you so much, I
can
gotta
other
go.
people see? You said other people could see Grimace.
I don't think other people can see Grimace because they couldn't see the thing and It Follows. It could still,
Oh, well, I thought
like
that you
get
saw-
them.
I thought you said that.
But I don't think other people could see
that
them.
You could say. I thought people could see Grimace. First of
No,
all.
no. Grimace
You know, I'm
is
still
only
sticking
in
with
your
it.
mind.
I'm still sticking with it. And if we have the original It Follows rules, I'm having him for 2 hours.
If it kills one person, it then comes back to you. So if you give it to someone and then it
Get
kills them,
caught?
it comes back to you. And it
Well,
goes
I
down
forgot
the
about that
chain
part of the
until
rule.
it's passed on.
Guess
again.
what? I didn't learn nothing from the movie.
I mean, what is this a metaphor for? Grief,
STDs.
AIDS?
No, it's
Yeah,
STDs.
they
It's
said that.
literally STDs.
Uh-huh.
That's stupid as
Yeah.
fuck.
But okay, so with that in mind,
I don't want to
Bitch,
die.
if
that in
gonorrhea
mind,
kills the person I
it
had sex
could
with,
come
and
back.
it didn't kill me. It doesn't come back to me. Imagine a karmic STD though
About
would
to
be
say.
crazy.
That would be insane.
What if it
You
does?
do something bad, it just starts burning the house down whenever you piss.
Oh, Jesus. If you did something bad and it just did that.
Just
I
straight
would
to
be-
chlamydia,
I would
straight
be
to
a
it.
saint. I would
There-
be a
yeah,
monk.
there'd be
And
a
depending on
lot.
what you did, it gets worse.
Well, who's also like whose scale?
Who's
is
the
this?
judge?
Good or
Yeah, I was about
bad?
to say,
That's
what
my
do you- what's
biggest,
the
like, issue
morality
with all that.
scale?
God,
that.
obviously.
Wow.
Who judges everything?
You're right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
true. Oh my God, he's so right.
You're right.
Why do
At
we
least
even
I have a rule
question
book.
that?
At least I have a rule book.
I deny Allah, God.
So you
same
guys are
person.
both. You're both
That's not the
still
same.
going
It
with
is
Grimace.
literally the same
It's
person.
actually not.
Even-
It is
Even if Grimace
the
could
same
come
day.
back
Yeshua.
to get you, you're still going with Grimace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All
Call
right.
me
So
a super
Grimace.
spreader.
Grimace
just, like,
over the
I-
5
like,
years of baseball.
Somehow the baseball and it's for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years of that seems like so much more.
I would just get so bored of it after a while.
Because also my thing is like, we have the internet now. If this was like 50 years ago, I'd say, oh, that one, no problem. What are you gonna do? Check? What are you gonna
The
go to a game?
newspaper.
Oh, I was out that game. Oh, I went to the next game. I was out that one too. That's crazy. I didn't even see you on the. They took me off.
It was a weird thing. It was.
But
a
I
glitch.
play. But I play.
Contract negotiation.
Oh, tell
Actually-
me I wasn't at practice.
They
Tell
released
I
me
wasn't
for a
at
few
practice.
days.
Wait, but
came
everybody at
back.
the stadium, they didn't know you. Yeah, it was a big joke. We got everybody in on it.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
a giant joke against you.
Well, yeah,
idiot.
dude. Of
Uh-huh.
course.
Yeah,
Not
you
you
see, it's just
fucking
it's,
idiot.
it's lame. I'm already
But
bored.
the
of
whole
it.
thing is, even when you get caught, even if they're showing you irrefutable proof, where they're just like, "Look, this is the entire Mets roster. You are not on here." And I checked just to see if you were playing under a pseudonym. I have all of the players' profile pictures here. You are not a single one of the Mets players, not at all. And you're just like, I don't know what website you were on, but I'm on there. Like,
know-
and it's just so clear.
How old is the website? How old is it?
Yeah.
It says updated yesterday. That's gotta be. I'll text the guy.
You see, that's the thing. It doesn't feel like
I'll
there's
text the
any
guy, I'll
like
tell him to change it, it's
consequences.
fine.
I feel like if there was
I-
like some
dude.
stakes, like if somebody found out,
Okay,
like
you're gonna
I
tell me
get
if
like
he walked
assists
into
or
the
something,
office.
then maybe.
He
Maybe I
walked
would
into the
try.
office and tells us
Grimace?
that he plays for the Mets now.
Oh, I'd
and
be
you're-
so sick.
Wait,
of
wait,
Phil.
but you're
I'd
just
be
gonna let
so
it
sick
go?
of
Are you
Phil
not
so
already?
fast.
I would not.
know.
I could
Oh.
not let it go. I would be
Points?
like,
Hey.
I'd be like, "Oh, Phil, that's crazy, dude. You're a Mets player? All right,
Yup.
great. Take me to a game.
I can't.
Why?
I don't get any comps.
That doesn't matter.
That's
I'll
a
pay for my
rookie.
No, I'll pay
That's
for
a
my
lie.
ticket. That's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Where are you
I
playing?
won't be with you.
No.
So
I don't
Hey,
know.
you're
I don't know if
playing.
you'll see
Wait,
me.
wait. So you're gonna tell me
So you're
like
playing.
for your best friends, you can't get us in the locker room?
They told me no.
They told you no.
They-
Yeah.
you
So,
asked already?
If I befriend another player
Uh-huh.
and they tell me differently,
Uh-huh.
what would happen?
Well, they might have gotten privileged. I don't get it.
Mm.
Just because I'm kind of like in the doghouse a little bit.
It's crazy. I actually just talked to Justin Verlander an hour ago, and he said I could
I
show up
forget
whenever
he's
I
on the
want.
fucking Mets
No,
because
I
when
don't
you
think
say
he
it,
is. I just picked a random. I picked a random.
I was like,
player.
is he not on the Astros still?
No, I think
he
Because he was
is.
our
I think he
best
is.
pitcher for so long.
Yeah.
Also, shouts out Justin Verlander, Kate Upton's husband.
Crazy,
Crazy.
crazy.
Who?
Like, what a random. What do you mean who? You know who that is.
It took
Dude.
me
You're
a minute
such a
to remember, I
liar,
Kate
dude.
forgot.
Upton.
It took me a second.
Her like being interviewed now as Justin Verlander's wife is so weird to me.
Famous wife.
She's like, yeah, being a wife to a baseball player. So it just the internet broke when your nudes leaked.
Yeah,
Lady. What are you
literally.
talking
Yep.
about?
It's pretty awesome.
It's wild.
You and Jennifer Lawrence, like the fappening was
Yeah.
created for you
guys
before it was
were
taken down.
the biggest, the victims of.
I mean, massive victims, and I'm sorry it
Uh-huh.
happened,
Oh yeah, of
but it
course,
was fucking
but
a phenomenon.
I mean,
in
it was
soci-
everybody.
society for a
everybody.
second.
And
We were in high
also
school.
such a
I remember
simple-
that
ugh,
happening.
dude, don't even get me
everybody,
started.
everyone.
Oh, I remember
had
them
that.
going around. Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
had
that was
that.
bad. It was bad.
It was rough.
I remember at the time that was like a thing. Was like nude sharing.
Yeah.
We had like
It became so accessible with the iPhones, and then kids had them in high school.
we
Yeah,
had
it
like
just- it was a
5
matter
or
of time,
6. Yeah, I
unfortunately.
mean
Yeah, it's
camera phones
fucked
were a
up.
problem, but we had like 5 or 6 like big issue moments with that kind of stuff when I was in high school. And I had like 2 or
Mhm.
3 of it in junior high. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's gross looking back on shit that you deal with in high school.
Yeah. Yeah,
high
I know.
school
Hey, you know
teacher-
what? Shouts out to high school girls.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
so
dude,
sorry, y'all.
Now
Yeah, I
especially.
can't even imagine the AI and everything, and like the
Dude, we were just
the
talking about that
ability
yesterday.
to maneuver. And,
No.
oh, the camera just shut off, or the monitor. No, the camera just shut off.
What is going on today?
Wait,
The
actually,
batteries are
what's
dying.
going on?
I don't know.
Were they not charged?
We'll be right back, y'all. All right, well, welcome back again. you know what? This is just production. This is how a show works sometimes. And you
Sometimes.
know what? We're raw and we're real, and that's
Yeah.
why we give you this.
But this will never happen if you do a show with us.
Yeah, we only allow this
No.
for our show.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're letting you see this shit.
We're showing you how not to. I'm just kidding.
All right, so you guys both went with the It Follows
Grimmy.
Grimace.
Yeah.
And that's Would You Rather for this week.
That is Would You Rather.
That is
Yes.
would you
Now
rather.
we're gonna
Yes,
jump right
yes.
into 2 quick, brief segments of political analytical and current events, not at the same time.
Okay.
Let's do political analytical first. I don't know why I started that. though.
are you starting to talk like
Political analytical. I feel like this is a major
Since,
one, especially as New
fucking
Yorkers. Mayor
Owen
Eric
Wilson.
Adams.
Merrick Adams?
Merrick Adams
Merrick?
has been
Merrick's back?
arrested.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. you
Well, not
stupid
arrested, but he's been
bitch.
indicted and he has been arraigned. I would love to see as of September 30th. Let's
I'm
see
sorry.
what.
I
Oh,
hate that
dude,
guy
I'm so
so
okay
much,
with it.
man.
Actually, if
Fuck
anything,
you,
so he got
Merrick
indicted,
Adams.
and then the news broke when he was at like this gala. I don't know if it was for like his reelection or for like
Something like
some political party. Ooh, to just see everybody's face when they got the news, and just to be him being like, "Why is everybody acting so weird?"
It's
Yeah,
like-
so wild.
and then you check your phone.
Be like, "Oh no,
Mayor Eric Adams indicted on federal
Dude,
charges.
I wish I could see that face crack. I would get that shit painted.
I love his response too, where he was like, "I told you guys. I told you that if I was elected, I was gonna go.
they were gonna
after
try
the
and take
corrupt
me down.
people,
They were gonna
and
try
now
and take me down.
here we are. Here it is." And I'm just like, dude.
What if
You know
the
what would be hilarious, though? If
That's
he
so funny,
is
like,
right.
I am the corrupted one. I told you I'd be getting us out of office.
I can't hear anything. What's happening?
You know
What?
What's happening? We
No,
What?
I just thought that I
what?
loud as fuck outside.
Yeah, no, that is.
awesome. That'll be good.
The
to-
bikers are going off. Yeah.
Oh, it's bike. Okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
Oh, about, like,
thunder.
bike
I was like,
life?
Holy shit.
No. Yeah, it's just one of the. Okay, we have a few bike gangs in our area.
We do.
of
Pretty
our
cool.
office area. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
They're fine.
But you won't deal with them if you come down here.
No. They're protection for us.
This is a safe
So,
environment.
Yeah,
As of-
honestly, sorry, really quickly. That
This
just
is
reminded me.
so
I used to work at
hard,
Dunkin'
bro.
Donuts when I was 16 in high school, and legitimately a lot of Dunkin' Donuts in the area because we were kind of close to Bridgeport, which has like a higher crime. They would get robbed. Not my
Yeah.
Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Not my Dunkin'. And I would do the late shifts too because I needed money as a high schooler, and we were always protected. Why? There was a gang of bikers who would come up and just chill, bull in the parking lot, and they never paid for donuts. Why? Not because I was just giving them out. We were throwing them out anyway. So yeah, everybody gets a donut. It was going in the
Take 'em.
trash either way.
Please.
Yeah, nobody's gonna fuck with a nobody's gonna fuck
The
with
free
a parking
donut
lot
guy.
school of bikers. So yeah, stay chill. You know, come around for round 2. You know, if I got
That
more donuts,
reminds
all
me
you.
There was a meme that I saw
It was
recently.
dead ass like what's it called? Duckworth from the Damn.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was straight up.
It's the same thing. Like a guy I remember posting about how like he worked at a sandwich shop. I think it was like a Subway or something like that. And he would always have to take out the garbage late at night. And there was a bunch of homeless dudes who just lived in like the alleyway nearby. And it was a bunch of just food that, as you said, was like past date for the restaurant, but it wasn't bad food by any means. So instead of just like throwing it away, he would basically just give it to them. And sometimes would like give them free sandwiches and stuff that were being thrown out if they were pre-prepared anyway. And so one night, apparently he was like walking in that area and got mugged. Like he was attempted to get mugged. And as this was happening, like 6 homeless dudes just descended on
my
this
God.
mugger and beat the living
Oh.
shit out of him. And when he realized what was happening, they basically just turned around and were like, "You go home, sandwich man. We got this."
Oh,
And
I
it's
heard
just
about
like,
this.
bro,
Awesome. Awesome.
that would literally
That's
make my
incredible.
entire
You
go home,
year.
sandwich
That would
man.
that would give
like,
my life.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
I mean,
I would tell that story
that's-
every chance
yeah,
I got.
that's crazy, man.
Well, dude,
you
there's
got
a
the
big
homeless
thing, like-
Avengers.
I
That's
love that.
incredible.
No, I mean like
Good
there's that
dudes
whole
right
thing. I've
there.
seen
Uh-huh.
memes.
looking out
from-
for him.
Hey, good people are good people.
Yeah.
You know.
I've seen memes from dudes in like the Bronx and in Harlem who are like the Ock who runs the bodega
Yes.
on the corner. Everyone will defend them with their lives.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And there's been like videos of a guy like coming into the store and like people will hear him like yelling at the guy behind the counter from like outside or something. And you see the door like get flown open and like 3 dudes walking in and are like, who the fuck are you talking to like that? Who are you talking to like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know it's not him.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, step outside.
Yep.
Step
Mhm.
outside with me,
Yep.
bro.
Yep.
And the guy's like, nah, I don't have any problems. He's like, we have problems.
No. You made
You and me have problems.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
let's go.
Problem, bro.
Let's
I
go.
just love that like there's everyone in the community that's like, if you see them get fucked up, you're like, I'm defending them.
100%.
Like they're my
Dude.
liege.
Yeah, no question.
Be
So-
good to your community.
Get back to this Eric Adams
Political
thing. So,
analytical.
Jump back. Sorry.
Merrick
this
Adams.
as of September 30th, he has not technically had a trial date set yet.
Okay.
On Wednesday, he will appear before the court to get his trial date set so we can understand when this is going to start.
Okay.
They did have an arraignment where they did speak to the judge, the defense, and the prosecuting team. Apparently, one of the biggest charges against him is bribery of accepting up to $100,000 in donations and in gifts from Turkish government entities.
Right. Yeah. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
One of his main attorney is now seeking to get that dismissed because there was no quid pro quo, there was no this for that, end quote, and also quote, gratuities are not federal crimes, courtesies to politicians are not federal crimes, that's just what happens, end quote. He compared the airline upgrades to a politician getting a better table at a restaurant or quote his iced tea refilled, end quote, and said airline upgrades do not need to be disclosed. Quote, personal travel is not required to be disclosed. The other thing not required to be disclosed are upgrades and things of that nature. What are you talking about?
He got fucking.
But this is
bribed.
also not counting the fact that there are emails that have been found of him talking to his assistants and people working in his office saying, oh, hey, this check here that I left on your desk, send this to this Turkish guy because I need to pay for something that was already given. That's a terrible way to cover up.
That's
you
hysterical.
clearly got money and you're pretending to pay for things that you got for free and you're like, oh, well, no, I told them to go pay for that. Okay, well, then where's the transaction? Oh, it's to a random guy? Come on.
What are we talking about?
Come on, dude. This is the New York City mayor. If there's one thing you can't fuck with in New York, it's the finances.
And
You will
literally,
get caught because the DA in New York is insane, especially our city DA.
yeah, his lawyer quit. Like I think we might have talked about it at the last podcast. Like that day said a whole statement, and then all the shit happened.
Yep.
Like the second your lawyer
Guards
quits
down.
publicly, because she made a statement too, you're fucked.
Yeah,
Dude, that's the time when you cash out all the stock you had in that politician. It's over.
Yeah. His lawyer is this guy, Alex Spiro.
Yeah, Alex
who has
Spiro.
represented Jay-Z.
Yep, he's a well-known New York attorney.
Very
extremely well-known. He's a strong defense attorney.
He's got good connections.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's just who you get if you know you're guilty.
He works at Quinn Emanuel Trial Lawyers, which is a law office that deals with. He's the co-chair of the Investigations, Government Enforcement, and White Collar Defense Practice.
Well, yeah, he's always defending them.
He is literally meant to get guys like this out of jail.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
If you call that guy, you did that shit.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
You're basically just
it's not to get it's not to say you're innocent, it's to get a lighter sentence.
That's like a flex. That's like when Transformers, like the Transformers movies with Shia LaBeouf are like a flex of VFX, like animation skills, basically.
Okay.
To me, and like this feels like a flex of like, yeah, let's see if I can get away with it, huh? Like, watch me get away with it.
He's preparing.
Yeah.
Robert Kardashian.
It's a flex from Alex Spiro being like, I can do this. Guess what? I bet I win this case. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Insane. Well,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
see how it
exciting.
develops. I'm excited.
Yeah,
to see what
it's
keeps
going to be
happening.
very, very interesting. There was one thing, where was it? The prosecution team had said something that was very, very interesting. He also said the prosecutors, quote, they have a lot of law books and very little real word experience or real world.
I think it's
Probably
real
real
world.
world.
Real
It's probably
world.
just
I don't know. Someone wrote it wrong.
misquoted.
Fire that person.
Wait, did they work?
ABC7.
Oh, the MirandaSings.
Yeah.
Dude, fire the New York Times. I hate that group.
They're also saying that his 2021 campaign reaped over $10 million in matching funds based on the false certifications of donations.
Whoa, 10 mil. That's crazy.
And Spiro says that's intentionally misleading, and the indictment details only $18,000 worth of improper donations. And he says Adams had no idea that happened and had no motivations to raise money illegally. Really?
You had no motivation.
Really, a former NYPD cop?
Hold on. You're gonna
had
tell me
no
that
motivations
that
to
anyone-
make money.
that
And had
anyone
no
didn't
idea.
have motivations to make
Nobody
money on
was
the
saying
side?
how much money you had.
Yeah,
You weren't keeping track of
really.
that.
In the New York mayor election,
You have like 3
Really?
big people on your fucking campaign team.
like,
Part of the campaign this
They're
past
talking
time was about
about
political
money.
spending.
yup.
It was literally talking about why does the education budget keep getting slashed and the arts budget keeps getting slashed, but you keep giving money to the NYPD.
There's also a wire fraud charge or
Yeah.
multiple wire fraud charge.
Yep.
And then accepting improper campaign donations.
The wire frauds, I think, stem from exactly as you were describing. He was trying to falsify wires to make it seem like he was paying for things that were comped.
And now he's
At least
basically
that's
going
my
on a press
understanding of
tour.
it. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to go down kicking.
Oh, yeah, he's like going on a press. I also like there was a guy I saw a video of him doing like a press thing recently, where he where some guy was just like screaming at him over a bullhorn.
Oh, dude, I love that video.
Awesome. Also, it's like some of the comments on TikTok, which by the way, TikTok is becoming
So
just
funny.
brain dead rot. Just and not even like brain
Yeah.
rot, like brain dead people.
Rotting.
Unfortunately, having an ability
Dude,
and a platform to say things to the
dead-
rest of us when
Dead
in
internet
actuality you should be locked in a basement.
theory. Dead internet theory.
At least
and
locked
they are.
away somewhere.
They are. That's why I make TikToks.
But unfortunately, they get internet access in the basement now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Daniel Larson.
They don't have one dial-up modem in the computer room.
Remember
that's
that
dedicated.
crazy,
You know what?
crazy guy we used to watch?
I
He'd bring up
am
the camera.
fucking here for it. Get these guys more screen time. I am into it.
I
You're
wanna-
an accelerationist.
fuck
I want to show you
yes.
guys a clip if
Deadbeat
we can get it off of
accelerationist.
TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that guy?
If you donate to BOE, I will fund these crazies. I'll
No,
find
that's
them.
not true.
All
That's
right,
not
put your money
true.
towards this.
You remember the guy in the crawl
was me.
space?
Oh
Is
yeah,
this
that guy's
what you
awesome.
wanted, Uncle? Like, do you remember
Never
that guy?
mind.
He
I'm
like
thinking
had
of
like the
a different guy.
burning
Oh,
fire
yes, yes,
pits
yes,
and
yes. This
stuff
guy-
like that. And he
One
was
of
like
my
laying underneath his house,
Yeah.
like it clearly was in like some weird crawl space. I'll just never forget the first video you sent me of that guy. Just facing the
Is
ceiling.
this
and
what
he's
you
still
wanted,
singing,
Uncle?
Is this what you wanted? And he's just like
Yeah, he
so
has like burn
close to the
marks and like
camera. He's got,
soot all over
like
him.
yeah,
and,
soot
like-
and singe marks.
There's
on
another
his
one I sent you
face.
where he's like
Oh,
next to like
yeah.
a raging fire.
Yeah, he's
like,
basically Bruce Willis.
campfire,
That
and
shit
he's like
is-
half naked. And he's like sweat, like glistening with
yeah,
sweat,
yeah,
and
like
soot,
dripping with sweat.
and he's just like staring, like.
Is this the dude who did?
But the
I
thing is
love
that's
that
scary is the
guy.
camera's moving.
yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
he has a
definitely
camera.
So
someone
yeah.
filming.
someone
it.
is
yeah.
recording this.
Yeah,
Someone's
yeah.
filming it.
Unless you like taped it to a branch
It's
in the
just
wind.
swaying.
Like, you know what I mean?
Which
Like,
honestly, he might.
He might have.
I think that might be like a POV cam from like an officer's body cam
It's
after
just
he
body
strung
cam
him up.
footage.
Like he just
yeah, the person he hung.
the person
earlier.
is just swaying in
Yeah,
the
that was
wind,
that
and
was
he's
the
just
social worker.
Is
There's
that
like
what
a,
you
grip,
wanted?
a little grip tripod on the foot of the person who's just hanging.
yeah,
like,
Joby tripod.
Yeah,
just
the
stuck
gorilla.
around.
Yeah,
Dude, you know
Yeah.
he's taped on. He can't
Oh my
afford
God.
Joby.
but
Oh, you better be able to.
no,
afford
you're
Joby.
talking about
No,
yeah, that's one of my
he doesn't have
free.
money.
If you can't spend
He has,
$35,
bro.
on
He
it.
trades acorns for food. I'm sure he does not have
Right.
money to pay for.
He lives on the
Joby.
fringe of society.
No. He's a
Yes.
little bit better than that. He just steals copper wiring from every house in the area.
Okay, you're right. He
Oh.
doesn't trade acorn. He
No.
knows how to
He's a
strip.
He knows how to
Plumbing fairy.
strip copper at least.
I like that.
Innovative. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I want more of these people.
Innovative. Yeah.
All right, we're
He
not
uses
getting
it to
we're not getting
buy-
smarter.
He uses it to buy cheap latex little piping elastic things
Yeah.
and Sour Patch Kids.
This is what I'm saying. Like
The
society's
number one
going in one of
pastime
two
snack of
directions.
heroin
I'm
addicts.
here like
And meth heads.
I'm
And meth
teaching
heads.
so that way we get less of these guys. But if you're not like going to school, then don't like be a deadbeat. Don't
Yeah,
like
don't be
do
an
any of
asshole.
like the drug shit. Just go
avoid
crazy.
that.
Go full tilt. Like go fringe
Go
society.
sober
Yeah,
crazy.
Go tilting
Uh-huh.
at windmills.
That's what's even scarier is if you go, oh, that guy's on drugs, and he goes, I haven't touched drugs in 10 years. Oh, you're actually a
Oh,
crazy.
dude, those are
you're
just
mentally
psychopaths.
ill.
No, those
Gotcha.
are psychopaths.
These
I don't
are-
want sober.
Yeah. No, sober crazy is awesome.
No, that. Oh my god, that's a fear. that's
Exactly.
fearing. I'm fearing now.
I'm
fearing.
fearing.
I'm fearing.
I'm fearing.
I'm fearing.
Well, I mean, eat dicks, Eric Adams. That's all I could say.
Beautiful.
Yeah, eat too.
So we will now jump into our next part, current events, which is what I said earlier.
Yes.
So is this current events or political analytical?
No, we're going over to current events.
Okay.
Is this the Laura Loomer thing?
This is we should talk about it for a second, but I really just wanted to update on the Diddy situation.
Of course.
right.
Obviously his bond was not given to him. We're still kind of
you,
in the
Diddy.
dark about what's going on. We did find out that the 1,000 bottles of baby oil were actually bigger than what we said. They are 2-gallon bottles, and he had 1,000 of them.
You know what his defense was?
Huh?
He said, "Yeah, I had to get 2,000. They came in bulk."
Is that really what he said?
Yeah.
They
Well, no, his
came
lawyer
in
his
bulk.
lawyer said the thing about what's it called, Costco, because they were saying like he made a statement basically saying that
Used the Costco
we're
defense.
Americans, we buy in bulk. I think that Americans like to do that. If there were thousands of bottles or 1,000 bottles or whatever, I'm sure that he was just stockpiling for the future. And it's the first thing. So here's the
He's
thing.
just a
First of
doomsday
all,
prepper.
insane take. Second, Costco came out and literally made a statement saying, we do not sell the baby oil bottles that were found in your place.
Yeah, you
So
got it
keep
detached.
our fucking
You got it
name
detached
out
from
of
that
your mouth.
immediately.
Like,
Get
take
that
shit
out of your mouth
immediately. And then it's the fact of, dude, you're so badly implicated. If your defense is, okay, guys, look, he wasn't stocking it for one day. It was for the future. What?
What are you talking about?
What do you
man?
mean?
Dude, he's
My client
doomsday
was
prepping.
found with 70 guns, hundreds of thousands of rounds of ammunition. Your Honor, he wasn't planning a mass shooting. He's preparing for the apocalypse, like a standard
Mhm.
American should.
What is he
we all
gonna
have
dry
freedom.
fuck in the apocalypse? Come on, Your Honor.
What do you think is happening?
Be
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that he's a dry
Brother,
jerker too. Please,
what
Your Honor.
are
Please,
you
let's be serious.
saying to me right
Can a
now?
man
Let's be
not
serious.
goon in the privacy of his own mansion?
Can a man not goon in
Can
the
a man
privacy
goon?
of his
Can a
50-foot
man
backyard
goon?
bed? Can a man not have anything?
As
What's
an
the American
American,
dream if not that? Your Honor? I tell
Jelkin
you.
should be protected. Actually, my new hot take, 11th Amendment on the Bill of Rights, whatever. Joke. We're allowed to. Don't let somebody feel
Right to
bad.
joke.
Yeah.
Chill.
That should be freedom of speech, to be honest. That should be in the First Amendment, the freedom to joke.
Nope. It needs its own.
Wait, so you're gonna tell me that jelking my joinkin is not protected in
It
the
should be more
Constitution?
protected. I think edge maxers, gooners, jelkers, unite. Get this
Edgers.
bill.
I want to skip a
Mhm.
divorce.
I want to skip a
divorce?
divorce.
I want to skip a divorce.
Okay.
Is that
so
true?
We've been,
Lenny Dunn?
we're going brain rot.
Yeah, we're going full tilt. We're just going full tilt.
It's because I'm scared these lights are gonna go out again, so I don't want to add
Yeah.
substance.
I have heard a very interesting and a take that I actually do agree with too. The interest and immediate reaction of Diddy compared to the R. Kelly stuff is very interesting. And my girlfriend was saying to me, and I actually do agree with her on this, that she's like, it's clear to me that who the victims are is playing a big thing, like a big reason. And the reason
Would
why
have
people
to
are so
agree.
quick to just cast Diddy out and not be like, well, he might have done it, but I'm still gonna listen to his music like R. Kelly does, is because a lot of the victims are men.
Interesting.
And people,
I actually
No,
definitely
that's right.
Because of
that's
homophobia.
a big thing
so they're
with
like,
it,
oh, he's
yeah.
gay? Ew.
Well, I mean, quickly,
Kill
like
him.
no Diddy meant like that like it became pause or like no
I mean,
homo.
no Diddy literally is the
Yeah.
new thing now.
It's
It's
the
been
new
like that
pause,
for like
yeah.
a year now.
Yeah, and like that wasn't the biggest crime, you know. Like no Diddy really shouldn't just mean like, yo, don't be gay. Like
It should mean,
he
hey,
has
don't be a
bigger
predator.
crit. Yeah, he was doing bigger
Like-
shit. Don't assault women. You know, don't
Poor
be.
men. Don't assault anybody.
Don't assault people, and definitely
all.
don't like drug them up and then be using them for your freak offs. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that the big issue with
IV,
Diddy was
they had
that
to
he's gay,
rehydrate
but
themselves.
100%, yeah, that shit was.
He
On
hospitalized
IVs.
Usher
Yeah, that was gross.
when he was like 19.
That actually
And
made
then
me, that
Usher
made me
served
sick.
up Bieber on a silver platter.
Yeah, that shit made me.
Did you
sick.
know Diddy had actually been vying to get guardianship and like get him onto Bad Boy Records for like at least a year beforehand? And then Usher basically
Gross.
came in and was like, I'll make him a pop star. There you go. Right then and there. 48 hours with Justin Bieber. That's a crazy. And to put it on video out to the world. And now
Next
looking
48
back,
hours.
You didn't think
Even
you
back-
didn't think
even back
anything.
then
He's
it was weird.
mine.
And then now you're like,
What?
yo, dude. Like
Yeah,
I hope Justin Bieber gets vindicated from all of this.
I mean, I can't remember who I was talking about,
seen
but
it,
like
I mean,
he's definitely
yeah.
going through all this shit.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, he's I can't imagine what he's feeling.
Well,
right
dude,
now.
they
Mhm.
pulled up all the videos of him being interviewed by other celebrities when he was like 15, 16,
Dude,
17
Pink
years
like
old.
kisses him on the mouth. and he's
Madonna,
like
I
16.
think, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Madonna was Drake. I'm sorry. I'm
That
mixing
one
up
was
the
also
two.
Oh,
weird, but he was of
but-
age.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
wait.
he
She was
of
just being
age.
freaky.
No, yeah, she was just being weird.
But also, shouts out to Madonna.
But dude, there's this
fuck
one,
you,
like,
Sean Penn.
James Corden interview that made me really. I
Yeah,
fucking
he's
hate
super
it.
fucking.
what
I
happens?
hate James Corden already.
Yeah, no, but I know exactly
Like-
what
Wait,
interview
what,
you're talking
what
about.
happened in this
Where he's just
interview?
like, dude,
I
you're the one
hate-
being weird
No,
about
no, no.
this.
He's
like,
literally like saying like, "Oh wow, like you're 16. Come over closer." He's like, "Oh, you smell
Smell
amazing." And
No
Justin Bieber's like,
shot.
he's like, all right,
"Thanks,
man.
man.
He's
Okay."
just like, you
And
got a
then
lot
the
of
guy's
girls
like,
all over you.
"Yeah,
The
you know,
girls
I
love
didn't,
you, huh?
I didn't smell like that when I was 16." Like literally saying shit like that's on live TV, and of course they're playing it off as like, "Oh, he's the older dude who's jealous of like the guy being the heartthrob," and it's like, no, man, he's just saying he wants to fuck him. Like that's pretty
That's
much all he's saying at
Crazy.
this
I did not
point.
smell like that when I was your age.
There's
No,
a
he
real
did not.
clip of
That's
that. Yes,
crazy.
he did.
Yeah.
He said
No,
that.
no, no.
shit.
He and it's
That's
worse. He says
fucking
other shit that's like,
gross.
and Justin says something too, where he's just like, all right, man. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, that's
like,
fucking gross.
you doing this
Oh.
is weird. like he like says something like, and you're
Yeah.
like, dude, I feel bad.
Yep. Looking back
I feel
at
so-
it,
Also,
poor
imagine
kid,
like
man, poor
a
fucking kid.
majority of boys your age hating you,
Yeah.
hating you
Either thinking
Yeah.
you're gay or thinking that you
for
like,
just being
are
good at
just
singing and dancing.
hot,
Yep.
like
And just
gonna
being
take
liked
all the
by girls. Yeah, like
that's the thing.
That's the only reason why, like, and adult men hated this guy,
Oh yeah.
and we're like, we should kill Justin Bieber. And it's like,
Yeah,
well,
just
that's
like
a
Jeff
child.
to
So.
Justin's like literally just doing what girls like.
I feel so bad. Like it's the same kind of thing with like Britney Spears when she was a kid. But
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
So
that
No,
one's
that's
Justin
how it
really
heartbreaking.
got
started.
all
That
that
one's
shit.
heartbreaking.
Yeah,
They did the
I
whole
mean, it was him
Nickelodeon
and
documentary.
Miley. Yeah.
Brian fucking Peck, bro.
Ugh,
Yeah,
Monster.
yeah,
Absolute
that's a whole
monster.
other thing. yeah.
Jesus Christ! Why have kids?
And
been
he's out in the
biggest
world.
issue? Like,
Yeah.
why have kids like this has been the topic of this conversation? The monstrosity that exists in this world.
I
I
mean,
think
it's
it's
all we
why
have in
you
the
have-
news now.
Yeah.
would you
I
wanna
mean,
have a
it's-
kid
All of
right
your favorite
now. It really
musicians,
is.
all of your favorite actors, any person who you liked in entertainment, like every all YouTubers,
Yep.
TikTok people,
And then
constantly you're either
sprinkle
super
in-
racist on Twitter,
Yeah.
you either have a video of you doing blackface, or there's clear, unbiased evidence of you being a child predator,
And you know what?
or you're a rapist. Those are the four horsemen of the like media apocalypse that we're going through right now, and it's every
You know what?
fucking week
I
someone big is
say-
coming out.
I say fucking keep it coming. Let's get all these predators.
I'm
out.
down to like
Oh,
expose
no, yeah,
and like reveal the
100%.
truth.
Root 'em up.
But
I'm
it's,
But
with
it's
also,
you.
rough.
like,
it's rough.
it's
bro.
Where do
hard.
you get inspiration from anymore? Like,
I mean,
are
dude,
we
you-
having to like? Because like there is a whole
You
thing.
can't. You just can't anymore.
There is, like, a
we
whole
just have
thing,
to get
like-
rid of the fucking creeps. Like, let's.
Well,
it's a
I think there's
cultural
also the
shift.
ideal that, and I want to be very clear. I'm not saying like, oh, we'll just separate the art from the artist. I think it's just
That
the
shit, you
thing that
can't.
no, you can. What I'm saying is, I think that there are some really bad people that are also extremely talented, and in the same way that you can't take away their talent, despite all of the horrible shit that they've done. You can't take away all the horrible shit that somebody's done despite the talent. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like it's just they're intermingled to such a degree that you can't separate them. And I think that it's just the type of thing of there are some good ones. We have some good heroes left, but most of them were bad. And there's probably a link between that level of ambition that gets you to the highest level of each industry and having an attitude of not taking no for an answer,
Mm.
regardless of what that's going to mean for you. Whether it's a no because she's 15, a no because she's drunk, or a no because you have a button under your desk and you can lock the door at the Sochi Olympics and rape a bunch of people.
So crazy,
Crazy.
crazy.
There's
Crazy.
differing levels to it.
Matt Lauer, right?
Matt Lauer.
Matt
Yeah.
Lauer. The Matt Lauer button.
Yep. So
I want to go back to days.
I think that's what it is, man.
Yeah,
think
I
want
wanna
to
go back to
talented
days
people
when,
that are also fucked
like,
up.
people were getting flack in the industry because they were hard to work with on set. That's what I want to go back to, man. Not, oh, that one time he
Well, at
least
groomed
they're
me
not
and
gonna
forced
fucking
me to have
assault
sex
you.
with them.
Well, I want to go
Like,
back to that, but I want it to be the actual worst part and not the sanitized version of what actually happened. You know
No,
what
yeah,
I mean?
100
Where it's
no,
like,
no,
Nah,
exactly.
this
Yeah.
industry's
Yeah,
fucking
100%. And
gross.
can I give you a hot take though? I do not count someone as a bad person or a bad actor in terms of like being, safety
Yes,
for other people
right.
and like being a predator. I don't count that as being a bad person if you cheated on your wife. I'll be honest with you. Is it
That
great? No.
feels
But
so
do I give a
minor.
fuck that Dave Grohl cheated on his wife and is having a kid with another lady?
well, here's the thing.
No, because
yeah.
also he said he's gonna be in the kid's life. Okay.
Yeah.
And guess what? No one got assaulted.
What are we?
No
what are
one
we
was
mad at? The
raped.
infidelity.
No one was molested.
I
Dude,
think the
it'd
point is
that's
that
him and his
you
wife.
can- you
like,
can
That's not my
be-
problem. That's his family. I
also,
don't
yeah,
care.
the more
Yeah.
that you get involved, the worse that you're making it for his kid, his wife, like,
Exactly.
everybody
be
in that family.
disappointed if you want, but it's also the type of thing of like, I feel like in the same way that you shouldn't take your political takes from celebrities most of the time because, you know, they don't usually know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the same type of thing of if you're looking at Dave Grohl for your moral standards
That's what I was
on
about to
marriage
say.
and a nuclear family, probably not the best idea in the first place. So it's the type of thing where I'm like, dude, his best friend probably got killed or at least blew his own brains out like a long time
when he was
ago now.
young, like 20,
And now
21.
his daughter is married to Tony Hawk's son and they just had a kid. Life is fucking strange. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying to go out and cheat on your partner. You shouldn't. That's a shitty thing to do. But I also agree with you in the sense of like, you know, people talking about, oh, well, we should cancel him. He should lose his job. Dude, no, he shouldn't.
No.
Are you fucking crazy?
No.
He's a rock star.
That's the other thing
Literally
at the
a
end of the
rock
day.
He's a
star.
literal-
He's done a
we used
lot
to
of
we used to
shit.
glorify this. There was that whole Rainn Wilson movie about the fucking washed up rock star from the 70s who goes on tour
Oh yeah.
with the younger kids, and it's the whole thing of like, hey man, we don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
He's from not that era of 70s, but like, bro, it was Nirvana. It was the
It was
90s.
Nirvana, grunge, like
One
the
of their
drug
biggest albums
usage,
dropped before
the
I was alive.
popularity
Yeah.
and the cultural shift
What
that
are we
it
talking
had.
about
Like
here?
they were gods, like straight up. He just needed to like choose somebody, and then they would probably come. So that he could make shit happen. He was more powerful than Diddy at the time.
I think that you touched on something very interesting, and you said something that I think is a big problem with a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
Is like the idolization
Yes.
and like moral like grandstanding that we kind of see, where it's like, am I saying that right?
Yeah, grandstanding.
Grandstanding,
Yeah.
Where they're like,
grandizement.
they're basically like, I actually am a great person and I am a role model. I think it's the same thing as applause comedians
Yes.
like Dave Chappelle, like fucking Bill Maher. Like, to be quite honest, like the person who started it was George Carlin, but at least he had like decent ideas and he still made funny jokes. But like Bert Kreischer's getting to this point now. Joe Rogan is way too far gone about being an applause comic.
Oh yeah.
Where like they're giving these like wild and wacky takes and they're not looking for laughs. They're looking for people to applause and be
Yeah.
like, man, he's so right. You know who's also like that is Dave Smith,
Yeah.
who is now like a candidate in the libertarian, like independent party. Brother,
I think he has a shot.
I hate him. I had to
yeah.
stop watching one of my favorite podcasts because of him, because he's so unbelievably like unbearable.
Also with Rogan,
Shout out to Legion of Skanks, but take Dave
Yeah.
Smith off the fucking show. He sucks. He's not funny. And every show he's just like, well, actually, if you look at the statistics, like that's what I think, blah, 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 and then treats everyone like they're stupid. And you're like, dude, literally jump in an incinerator.
you brought up Rogan. His last project, his last stand-up
Yeah, man.
special was really rough. But the only thing out of it that I thought was refreshing to hear him say was he was talking about the whole COVID controversy. And like, you know,
Well-
obviously he talked a lot of shit about it and everything
Yeah.
like that. And he did make some funny kind of like tongue-in-cheek things of like, oh, you know, it would be insane if I died from COVID. After all the shit that I've talked, and that camera just died.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So unfortunately, one of our cameras died again.
We're
You
running
hate
too
to
long.
see it. We're running on some low
going real
batteries. We've
long
had a
today.
lot of shoots recently, so
Yep.
you know, our cameras are a little tired, our batteries are a little bit tired. But you know what? Next week will be ripe and fresh and ready to go for you. So thank you guys so much again, though, for tuning into the Bay One Entertainment podcast. I will be giving out all the socials real quick. So you can follow us, Bay One Entertainment, at Bay One Entertainment on Instagram and on TikTok. You can also follow me at phil.omf. You can follow Nick at,
Nick.Bradshaw.20.
and you can also follow Kevin at.
_K_Mora.
Thanks, guys, so much for watching our show today. Sorry again for the technical complications.
Even though you
but
can't
what? It
see us,
happens.
know that Kevin and I love you
Yes,
so
these
much.
are the voice of the gods. Get the hell out of here, dude. Get the hell out, all right? This is my
It's
screen.
the same room.
This is my
Isn't
screen.
that weird?
All
But yeah,
right.
thank you guys so much, and
Thanks,
we will see you
guys.
guys next week. Make sure to check us out on everything, and also can't wait to show you guys some of the short films that we've been putting on to festivals. We're going to be hearing back from the rest of those here pretty soon, and so as soon as we get the clearance to do it, we will be putting those out for y'all to see. Thanks
Yes.
again. Have a great week.
Have a great one, guys.